Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing just wonderful. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. All right, so, y'all on here, y'all must want to hear about this, huh? Wow, look how many people on here this early. Look, I ain't even got my glasses on. Put these glasses on so I can see. Wow. Oh, so this must have been the talk on the YouTube streets. Well, they have been the talk on the YouTube streets, the Mandinka family. They have been the talk on the YouTube streets, but I just haven't been talking about them. People have asked me to talk about them, but I don't know. I was busy with the land scammers. But then I realized the stories with the land scammers will never end, honey. So it's like I gotta just split my time up between the land scammers and everybody else. So tonight we are talking about, this video was highly requested. Like I said several times, I was asked to do this video about the Mandinka family. But I never really, to be honest with you guys, I wasn't a fan of the Mandinka family, so I didn't watch them like that. It was just a bit much for me. So I didn't watch them like that. I watched some videos, but I didn't watch many videos. So when people came and told me, they were concerned about the Mandinka family, had I heard anything about them? And I'm like, what you mean? Have I heard anything about them? Heard anything about them like what? I said, the last video I saw, he was in the United States. And have they made a video since? They haven't made a video since then. And I'm like, what? And so like I said, several people, y'all really want to know about this one. Look at y'all. Oh, that's why they be saying we gossip and we on drama. Because look how y'all on here. We ain't even been on here 5 minutes and y'all on here in full force. The porch is full. Y'all people. All right. So I'm getting all these people telling me, asking me about the Mandinka family. So I talked to Debo. We were talking. You remember she won the gift for the membership drive. Remember the membership contest? She won the gift. So we were talking. She asked me about it. And I'm like, wow, a lot of people have been asking me about them. And she was just telling me different things because she really watched them. So I was like really shocked. So I said, okay, let me do some backtracking and let me see what we can find. But of course, we're only limited to what's on social media because, I don't go around, prying in people's private life. If it's not on social media, I won't know about it because if it's not on social media, it's not my business. So I don't do that. So that's what leads us to this topic tonight. All right. So we're talking about, again, the Gambian REPATS. Where are they now? The family we are talking about tonight is the Mandinka family. A lot of people, I'm not going to say a lot, some people don't know who they are. So you know how we do. We start off talking about who they are, what they were really known for when they were in the Gambia, because of course they're not in the Gambia any longer. And also, where are they now? All right. So my name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this show, and my nails are tore up from the floor up. And I'm telling y'all now, because I haven't had time to do it. I've been so busy since I got back here. So please forgive me for that. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this show. And on this show, we talk about anything and everything that impacts your repatriation journey. All right. Whatever impacts you repatriating to West Africa, namely West Africa, but we talk about East Africa also. Again, I talk about West Africa because it's my specialty. All right. So we talk about anything that impacts you expatting, repatting, or visiting West Africa. Okay. Even like I said, even East Africa. We talk about relationships. We talk about, do's and don'ts in relationships. So this video was kind of, along the relationship videos, because that's kind of part of the West African story, is that, you know, a lot of us will end up in relationships, and we kind of have to prepare ourselves for these relationships, because they're different than relationships with people from the United States or from the UK or from the Caribbean. You know, it's different. So you have to like understand their culture. You have to, that's the first thing you got to understand, is their culture, what they believe in, what they don't believe in, what their practices are, you know, what their views on marriage, what especially that their views on marriage. These things are extremely important, and you got to understand these type of things before you engage in relationships with these people from different countries. All right, especially Muslim countries, because Muslim countries got a whole different set of rules that we know nothing about, because most of us come from Christian nations. Okay, so when you come from a Christian nation, the rules are different. The rules are different. The dating rules are different. Everything is different. So a lot of times we'll go over there, we'll get involved with these men, but we'll get involved with our American mind or our UK mind or our Caribbean mind, and that kind of sets us up for bad situations. Okay, and I'm not saying this is what happened to this couple. I don't know what happened to this couple, because oh wow, look what and you know what, this is what I heard too. Let me show y'all. This is exactly what I heard. And this is when I was like, what? And then DeBo gave me she sent me a comment. Somebody had made this horrible, because for some reason, y'all, when your relationships like this fall apart, there's a group of people who rejoice, you know, and they get a kick out of it. These jealous, hating, evil spirited people, you know, they like it. So, you know, somebody actually went on there and said something like that. So iMovement said, I heard Ibrahima, is that how y'all say his name? Let me put my glasses on, because this is really important tonight. I heard Ibrahima dumped Risha shortly after arriving in the US. And you know what? That's what I heard. That's exactly what I heard. So y'all ready to talk. So let's get this party started. So that's who we talking about. Okay. You know, iMovement done put the cards on the table. Okay. I was trying not to y'all know, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be easy about the topic. But iMovement done put the cards on the table. This is what the rumor on the YouTube streets are, is that once he got here, he was gone. He was gone. And that's nothing like new. That's just what some of them do. All right. Some of them do that. And if they do that, then just move on. It's not like, it's just like you marry an American person, and the person, you know, after you be married, you move in together and whatever, and then they start cheating or start doing whatever, and you break up with him. But the difference is, with these relationships, there are ties. There are financial ties. They are legal ties. And that's what you got to understand. So you got to understand that time, you got to understand the time limits. It's time to move. Like when you see bad relationships, or you see this ain't working, you need to get out. You need to get out. And you can very easily just withdraw your visa and move on. So, but it sounds like, from what I've been researching on them, that they have been married for far past the time frame. It looks like she waited in Gambia for his visa to be approved, and that takes a long time. That takes about 4 or 5 years. Seems like she waited there for it to get approved, and then once it was approved, they came to the United States, and that's when people are saying things just fell apart. So we're going to go back and we're going to talk about this. We're going to look at this and see if we can put it together, and see if, you know, see if this is what's going on. She said, Life Without Limits. Hey, Life Without Limits. She says, She was wondering what happened to them. Oh, if I said they were separated, I didn't mean to, because I don't know. I heard they were, but I don't know for sure. All we can do, hey, Debo, all we can do is just speculate. That's all we can do. We can try to put it together. We can try to look at their responses and try to, put the pieces of the puzzle together to try to figure it out. But other than that, we don't know. Oh, thank you, sweetie. We don't know. So that's what we're doing tonight. Trying to put it together, trying to figure it out, trying to see what happened. Thank you, Debo. So, that's what we're talking about tonight. People want to know what happened to them. And see, this is why I don't put my relationship on YouTube. Number one, he don't want to be on YouTube. He has no interest on being on YouTube. He has no interest in having a camera in his face. He don't have no interest in none of that. None. That's why I couldn't do no cooking videos, because he was helping me cook because of the stove. He would always have to be, next to me or near me, especially after I burnt my hands. Remember I burnt my hands, y'all? So after that, and then it was like, how am I film? And he's right here and he don't want to be on the video. So some African men don't want that. They do not, under any circumstances, want to be on YouTube. So, and then I don't want that either. I feel like I separate my social media life from my real life. Like they're two different people, and I don't mix them up like that. So I don't take my private life and put it on YouTube. I don't do that. But some people do. Some people don't mind people, looking around in their private life. I don't like that. Like I said, I look on what's made public. If it's public, it's fair game. But looking in somebody's private life, no, I don't do that. So that's why I would never ever have my relationship on YouTube. Never would I have that. And because like I said, people sit and wait to see what's going to happen. They're going to sit and they're going to wait. So the most you'll see, I'm going to tell you, I told you about the marriage process because I want you guys to understand what a legal wedding is. I want you to understand that and see what that looks like. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the steps you take to file for the visa if that's what you want. All right. But as for you seeing him on the camera and doing all what we about to look at, no, you'll never see that. You'll never, ever see that. And that's a certain type of person. That's a certain type of man who will do that. She said, oh, she missed their videos. She hopes they're okay. Oh, so you really watched them. What did you really like about them? Tell me. You told me earlier that you liked them. Mr. Mandinka was the only with her for a green card, life without limits. And why do you say that, life without limits? I was trying, y'all don't even care. Yeah, that's why they say y'all mean. That's why they say y'all mean. They say those people in her comment section, they so mean. But it's not that we're mean. It's just like, who has time to sugarcoat things? Okay. Some things you can see. Some things the Nigerians say you have to shine your eyes. And shine your eyes means you need to pay attention to your surroundings. And when you're dealing with a man who's from a different country, and who's really from a different, like we talked about, a different socioeconomic class, you got to really shine your eyes. And in this case, I don't think, is her name Risha? I don't think she was shining her eyes. I don't know what was she so entranced by this dude, but it looks like she was just really entranced by him. And I think that's where it all went wrong. She couldn't really, there was just signs. Okay, let's just say that. So we're going to look at all that in a few minutes. Oh, thank you. So we're going to look at all that, okay? Because like I said, these people, we watch these videos so we can learn. Oh, thank you. Honey, that's what I've been doing, trying to rearrange everything. Trying to have something, a new feel. I love them as a married couple. So you was hoping that the marriage would work. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It's like my grandma always told us kids, it's how you start things. How you start is how you gonna finish. Now, if you got to start for your marriage to finish right, you got to start right. I heard Emory. Okay, we read that one. Okay, so let me go get y'all comments real good. Oh my God, I hope that's not so. I had a huge. They had a huge wedding. I was watching that. I'm about to show y'all. And this is what ladies, don't do this. Don't do this. All of us, gentlemen, don't do this. All of us could go over there and spend money like this and have a huge wedding. You see, I just got married over there. Did you see a big, huge wedding? Or did you see like 3? Y'all didn't even see the people. Y'all didn't even see who was there. But it was like 4 people. And I was one of the 4. I was one of the 4. Because all of that costs money, 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 money. You know, and you got to understand that everybody is not happy for you. Some people are going to pretend like they're happy, but a lot of people are not happy for you. So you got to keep that things like that. You can't like broadcast them too much. You know, you can't be flashy and arrogant, not in Africa. Because remember, these people practice stuff that we don't know nothing about. Nothing. We try to act like we do. Hey, London lady, but we don't. We don't know nothing. That comment that person made on their video was so mean and cruel. I was so mad. Yeah, let me show y'all the comment. This was another thing, the comment. The comment, wait, let me do fair use. The comment, that's why I said, some people like to, that's why you don't put your relationships on social media. Because people like to see your relationship crumble and fail, crumble and fall. They want to see it crumble and fall, okay? And you know, like Jerry Springer said, relationships no relationships last forever. None of them. None of them. Every relationship has its end date. Some last longer than others. Okay? So knowing that every relationship has its end date, why bash each other? It just didn't work. You see what I'm saying? So let's get this fair use stuff up here. Oh, y'all, so we can get started. Oh, that's the wrong one. Can y'all see that? Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. That's the right one. It says here, fair use. The content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyrighted material used on this channel falls under the Fair Use Section 107 Copyright Act of 1976, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of this channel. Views and expressed. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria belong solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, the host, or the channel. All right, so let me show y'all this comment. So this is the comment that was in the comment section of one of their videos. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, wow, people are so mean. But, you know, she said people have been trying to tell her this. So maybe that's when people have been trying to warn you. And a lot of times when you try to warn, I'm not saying she was doing this, but when you try to warn these people get all smart with you. These people get an attitude with you. These people have the problem with you. You know, instead of evaluating their situation and thinking this could be possible, instead of saying, why are you saying this? What do you see? Because maybe they see something you don't see. Because you know what? I always remember this. I used to love Mary J. Blige, honey. When we was about what age was we? About 20, 30s. Mary J. Blige. Oh my God, I loved her so much. She had this album, My Life, okay? And this album was about being insecure in your 20s and 30s, or just being insecure, period, because there's still a lot of overgrown, insecure women. So there was a song on there, and I forgot the name of the song, But it said, it was the line in the song, it might have been called My Life, but it says, when you think you're, stop, Kiyomi, when you think you're in love, you only see what you want to see. And all I see is me for you and you for me. And a lot of times y'all got to remember that, because when you're in love, you become, it's like a drug. It intoxicates you. Okay. And you can clearly tell this woman was intoxicated by this man. Why? I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure. But when he took her to these traditional women to put some kind of incantation on her, I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, oh, wow. Why would she let them do this to her? So it was a lot going on in this relationship, and we need to talk about it. So if this person says, now listen to what she says. She says, so he duped you already. You were warned, but wouldn't listen. Enjoy. So people will come to you and they will warn you. Some people, you don't know what their motivations are. Some people may, truly feel it. But that's hard to hear, y'all. That's hard to hear. That's hard to hear from somebody that, oh, I see that this man is just using you for a green card and he's just going to take advantage of you. As soon as he gets a green card, as soon as he gets to the United States, he's going to be gone. That is hard for a woman who thinks she's in love. That's hard for her to hear. And especially this relationship. This relationship had been going on for a very long time. I had no clue they had been together for as long as they had been together. And I was so shocked. After she was telling how long they had been together, I was so shocked. I'm like, wow. He left? But let me tell y'all, I had a bad relationship like this. I don't know if this happened to her, but I had a bad relationship like this. When the person came here 3 months after they got here, we broke up. But it wasn't him that wanted to break up. It was me. It was me. Because when you get here and you see people for who they are and what they are. Hey, sweetie, I'm live on YouTube. I'm going to call you when I get done. That's okay. Bye-bye. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot that was my friend. She made me forget what I was saying. What was I saying, y'all? Remind me. Somebody write in the comment, what was I saying? Tell me what I was saying, because I done forgot. So let me go down here and get y'all comments until I remember. It's gonna come back to me. Watch. But I was telling y'all about that bad relationship. So it was like I started 3 months after he got here. Let me tell y'all, when you get the immigration card, when you marry them and you file, okay, they come here on something called, I don't even think he had a conditional permanent residency. I think because she waited the whole time and they have been married so long, he came here with his immigration stuff intact. This is just me analyzing the facts, okay? I don't know for sure. I'm just going by what she was saying and the dates and all this. And I'm just telling you what the rules are. So once you get here, okay, and you've been married for more than 2 years, they're going to give you that green card. And this is before Donald. I don't know if Donald's going to change that or what. But once you get here and you've you've been legally married for 2 years, that person can do what they want to do. They got everything they need. All they got to do is file for that social security number, and that take about 3 months. Once they get that, it may not even take that long now. I can't remember how long it takes. But once you get the social security number, they're free. They can do whatever they want to do. But that's what you want to see. Come on, think about it, y'all. That's what you want to see. Because my grandma always said, you got to play a fool to catch a fool. Okay? You play a fool to catch a fool. So you think I'm a fool? Oh, you do? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see how long and how far you're going to play this game. So When I saw after 3 months, oh, dude, you ain't right. So it was pretty much over. But it's a legal thing because you signed paperwork to say that you're going to take care of this person if they can't take care of themselves. Even if they got a job, you're still on the hook for that for 10 years. So what you got to do, you got to write immigration right away. And this is what I did. And I withdrew my application because I saw this was not working for me. This was not the type of person that I want to be in a relationship. Okay, he might be the best for somebody else, but he was not the best for me. We were not the best for each other. You know, in Nigeria, things, I don't know. Things seem different, but no, there were signs there also. So there's always signs. That's what I'm saying. There's always signs. But when I tell y'all about Mary J. Blige, when you think you in love, what ladies, what gentlemen, you only see what you want to see. But then when you stand back after the fact, you like, well, dang, that was always there. This person was always doing that. This person was always acting like that. I just didn't want to see it at that time. And that's usually it. And that was the case. That was my situation. You know, I didn't want to see it. So that's how I know it's very easy. I looked over it. And you can't look over these things, especially when you bring in somebody to your country. You cannot look over things that you wouldn't look over here. So you can't do that. You can't be so in love and so in la la land that, it ain't gonna matter. Yeah, it's gonna matter. Yeah. When you think you're seeing something, don't doubt yourself. When you think you're hearing something, don't doubt yourself. All right. So that's what I'm saying. That you can easily find yourself in this type of relationship, but it's nothing to feel bad about. It's just like, thank God you know, and move on. You know what I mean? Thank God you know. Thank God you don't invest no more time. If they are separated, that's how she should look at that. That's how she should look at this whole thing. Not that, it's just something to be embarrassed and ashamed about, because no. If anybody should be, if it's true, the only person who should be ashamed is him. Greetings to all. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Savannah. Yeah, I'm getting hot. Oh, thank you, Miss Greek. How you doing, Miss Greek? So, y'all, I'm so hot now. That's because I moved my area. So it's closer to the kitchen. And it's burning up now. Hey, Courtney. Hi, African Goddess. DeBose says, I know. She says, I know they have a right to privacy, but it's concerning because, yes. And see, that's because she put her information, they put their relationship in the public eye. So it belongs to the public now. See, whatever you put in the public eye, it belongs to them. And they have a right to know. They want to know. You know, you can't just present the good to them. You got to present it all to them. But you have to be transparent. And that's the problem. That's why I would never put my relationship on YouTube, because they want to know. We seen the good part. Okay, so is this the bad part? Is this what happens? If this is what happens, then let us know that part too. That's only fair. It's not fair not to tell us what happened. You know, it's not fair just to show us, to make us think, these relationships are so happy and so loving and so full of FDX. And then once you get here, he gone and we know nothing. That's not fair. So you're right. That is not fair. That is not fair, because they was asking y'all for cash apps and everything. So especially if you asking the people for money, the people have a right to know. They made this relationship public, so I feel like it's only right for them to let the public know. So then what's this girl named Risha? She says, look, y'all, wishful thinking for you. And that's why she says, we warned you. That's why this lady has this comment. That's why this lady has this attitude. that she has because she says wishful thinking for you. You see what I mean? Instead of saying, why would you say that? Why would you feel like that? Wishful thinking for you. She instantly goes on this defense. We're still married. That doesn't mean you're together, because you can still be married. It takes years to get a divorce. That don't mean you together. So that's why people don't understand relationships, because like I told you, that relationship ended 3 months after we got here. He got here. But it took a while for the divorce and everything to go through. It takes a while for the process, but that doesn't mean you're together. All right. And if she says, and if it ends, I would be doing the duping. Now, how she's going to be doing the duping, I'm not really sure, unless they've been married for less than 2 years. But in a video that I was watching, she clearly said they've been married for 3 years. So it sounds like they've been married. When I counted it up, it seemed like they've been married for about 6 years now, almost 10 years. So yeah, he done got his stuff. He's good. And once you get to that point, you don't have to do nothing. You don't need her. Your wife don't have to file for nothing. Miss Greek says, but Kiki, you and your husband are a light couple, not showing. Yes. No, you don't show off. You don't do that. And please don't do that. You don't do that. Okay? Because you just don't. Like I said, you make everything public. So people want to know. So what happened? Y'all got in an argument, y'all broke up. You know, it makes it look kind of fake now. Because like I said, you tell people the good part. You showed us all the kissing. You showed us all the hugging. You showed us all the baby, you look good. Oh, baby, I want to do this to you right here, right now, baby, 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 baby. But you don't tell us what happened when y'all got to the United States. And that's where the people feel like that ain't right. Miss Mandinka insisted after their marriage, they remained in Gambia. Yeah. You know what? Eye movement. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but honey, do you know I was thinking that while I was watching? That's what kept coming to me. Because I'm sitting here like, why would you go to the counselor? I think that's what it's called, counselor, in Gambia? That's going to take a long time to get the green card. That's going to take like 5 years. But if you come back here and file, it'll take 18 months. But if I would have stayed in Gambia and filed, that would have took like 5. I couldn't believe the amount of time they were saying. So I'm like, I would never do that and have to stay over here like that. Bye. So I was wondering that. And so I said, oh, she must have felt insecure. See, like I'm telling y'all, God will always tells you, I'm going to send you a witness. I'm going to send you a sign. I'm going to warn you constantly. Especially if you got a relationship with him. Now, if you don't serve God, come on, he ain't communing with you like that. But if you praying and you trying to be a good person and you trying to do, at least trying to do what's right, God will help you. And you ask him for his help, he will guide you. You know, especially when you say you want a good relationship, he'll lead you to that. So this right here, I was feeling that. See, this is confirmation. That's what I'm saying. That's what he do. Because this thought came in my head when I was watching the video. Like, oh, she stayed there because she had a feeling he was not going to stay with her once she got to the United States. So that's why she stayed there. Or she stayed there because she wanted to make sure he wasn't just marrying her for papers. But how are you going to do that when he's still in Gambia? How? You're not going to see nothing until he get over here to the United States. And then you're going to see what he really wants. But what she played herself. See, she hustled backwards. She should have came back home, filed the paper, and went to go visiting. You know, if she wants to go see, it's only going to take like 18 months. And so the most it will take. All right. It could be before that. So you can go back and visit. But that's the faster way to do it. You see what I mean? And then that person, when they get here, they'll be on what they call a conditional permanent residency. And the conditional one, they need you to go and lift it. All right. And if you don't go lift it, then honey, they on their own. They got to figure it out. But you got to make sure you write that immigration service pay people and tell them to withdraw your application. And you can tell them why, you know. And if you get divorced, like I got a divorce, I sent them a copy of my divorce decree. It said it was for adultery, which they consider that a sign of bad moral character. So, you know, I sent that to them. So, you know, you need to take steps to cover yourself, to protect yourself. So, staying over there with him was not smart. That was not smart, because that gave her no opportunity to see who he was. Because once he got here, honey, and he could have a girlfriend here. Y'all wouldn't believe how many people the Gambians know in America. You wouldn't believe it. Just ask them. The one you heard, whoever you talking to, ask them. Just say, do you know people here? Do you have family? Do you have family here? You wouldn't believe how much family they have here. So they don't need you as a support system once they get here, like some of these other people do, because some of the other people, they don't have people here like that. But the Gambians do. The Gambians do. So yeah, you know, she had to have felt that. If that was her position, then she had to have felt that. Then she shouldn't, you know, but again, she thought she was in love. She clearly worshiped this man. She thought this man was this woman. I felt so bad watching her, because I'm like, dang, you should never love a man like that. My grandma always told me, don't ever love a man more than you love yourself. Hello, please complete reading the comment before insertion. Sometimes our eyes aren't on the screen. Oh, so you want me to read? Okay, I'm sorry. Sometimes I get carried away. Okay, so you got to forgive me. Okay, I'm going to try. And you're right, because sometimes my eyes aren't on the screen. Right, but I'm listening. And then I'm like, I cut the comment off in the middle, and then I start responding. And you like, well, what you talking about? I'm sorry. Okay. I'll try to remember that. Okay, y'all. I promise. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know I was doing that, but I'm sorry. He was with her for a green card, Life Without Limits says, because he was with her. It seemed he was forcing himself. And you know what? What I saw, I'm going to show y'all, was a very traditional. This wasn't a young African dude. This dude was probably 40 or almost 40. Okay. This is by that age, they're married. They're married with children. Remember that show, Married with Children? That's what they are by that age, married with children. Okay, so I'm like, this dude is a very traditional Mandinka. So that tells me, one, he married to a Mandinka wife because they have arranged marriages. And I know he got some kids because he believed in kids. And number two, he believed in marrying Mandinkas. Mandinkas marry Mandinkas. You know what I mean? They believe it. And they believe. And if he's a traditional the way he says he is, he's going to practice polygamy. He's going to do that because that's just his culture and his tradition. All right. But his face, I'm just listening to his face. I know what you meant. Okay, I know what you meant. I like their vibe. They just seem to be so, and that just seemed fake to me. The in love part. Because let me tell y'all the part that just made me sick. Like when he would say part about SDX, he just, I want to just eat my baby up right here. I want to just throw her on the couch and just throw her on the cover, on the mat, and just on the floor in the mat and just eat her up right here. Oh, my baby is so sad. Come on. You don't have to do all of that. When somebody doing all that, they're lying. You know, you ain't got to do all that beautiful. You the most beautiful person in the world. Oh, you so sad. No, that's lies. That's lies. Especially on the camera. Now, off the camera, that's different. You know, that's different. But if he's doing all that for the camera and the camera's on, you better question all of that. Oh, did I do that again? Oh, I sure did. Sorry. I love that they showed. She liked the love they showed. The Gambia, it was very informative. I visited the Gambia and I just brought some nostalgia. Oh, it brought nostalgia for her. But you know what? It also gave some misconceptions about relationships in the Gambia. Like they make you think that all that kissing in public is cool. They make you think all that wearing them tight dresses and bam, bam, everything hanging out is cool, but it's not. They make you think women drinking in public is cool, but it's not. It is not. And that was confusing to me. Like you explain you present yourself. No, you don't even present yourself as that, because a traditional Muslim wouldn't be with her. He would not be with her, because and nothing wrong with Risha, but it's just her ways. She cussed too much, she drink too much, her clothes are inappropriate, and I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm not lying. Because this culture is West Africa's conservative. It is so I told you when I was in Cameroon and we would go out to drink. Cameroonians drink, all right? Even the women drink, all right? Nigerian women drink and Cameroonian women drink. Them the only African women I know who drink, okay? But this is what the Nigerian women, they didn't care. They would just drink. But the Cameroonian women, they would take the beer and they would pour half of it, and they showed me. They said, Kiki, when we go out, we don't drink in public. I said, oh, what do you do? She said, we'll order the beer, and they showed me what to do. You pour half of the beer in the glass, right? And then the other half, you fill it up with Fanta, okay? So it looks like you're drinking Fanta, and you put the beer bottle to the side where they can't see it. Then you pour it, you do your thing again. So this is so it won't appear like you're drinking in public, because they said it is not ladylike and it's not acceptable for women to drink in public. So I know it's not acceptable in the Gambia. Come on, it ain't, honey. If y'all been to the Gambia, I ain't talking about in that tourist area. In the tourist area, it's just like the West. But in outside of that tourist area, oh, you better not be sitting up drinking like that. And you a woman, oh, Lord have mercy on your soul. So I'm wondering, why didn't he tell her any of this? Why didn't he tell her any of this? Why didn't he correct her? Why didn't he correct her? Why didn't he inform her on the social and cultural norms and what is expected of a woman there? We don't, African Goddess says, we don't know. We don't know if he was only with her for a green card. U.S. is a different culture. She's right. He could have found life there. She's right. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, you told me read the whole comment. Okay. Because see, this was coming to me too. This was coming to me too. All right, let me read it. She says, we don't know if he was only with her for a green card. And she right. We speculating here. We going by what we see. And we just thinking, putting it together. Because it just didn't seem like he was too interested. Okay. But she's saying, and she's right, this is another good point. The U.S. is a different culture, extremely different. He could have found life there more difficult than he expected. And a lot of them do. A lot of them find it more difficult than they expected, because the biggest thing is those social networks. They don't have that here, especially when they're in a relationship with us. They're mainly with us. They don't be with this man Mandinka. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't never lived around no Mandinkas or been around Mandinkas, y'all ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. But the Mandinkas do everything together. They do everything together. The family. All right. They get up early in the morning cooking together. They get up and when they start cooking, y'all, it's all day cooking. And they talking as loud as they can, and they all talking at the same time. And it sounds like they argue, because they all talking at the same time and they all talking loud. And you like, oh, those are the Mandinkas. Yeah. So the Mandinkas do everything together. And he explained when he was introducing himself, and I'm going to show you the video. He says that. He says, you know, we spend all of our time together. We do this together. We do this with family. We do that with family. So to go from being with my family all the time, eating my traditional food, to eating your traditional, that's hard on them. That is, and then when I was looking at him in the videos, his eyes didn't look happy. You know, he didn't look happy at all. He looked, like you said, African goddess, he looked like he was having a difficult time. And I thought maybe they were putting stress on him, telling him, you know, you've been there long enough with her. You need to go now and do what you're supposed to do. Because they'll have a whole plan. You'll have a plan and they'll have a plan. But you won't know nothing about their plan until after the fact. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, they've told him, they're putting pressure on him to leave now, you know. But I also thought, it also came to me, but look who he's around. He's around her most of the time. He's not with that big group of people that he's used to being with. They're used to being around, and this is the Mandinkas. I'm not talking about, you know, this is what I notice about them. All right. They love being with their people. They love it. All right. So that I tend to agree with that African goddess. I believe that could have been the case, that he was homesick. And that drove him further to leave because he wants that. So trust me, he know people there. He probably got family there. And some of them will even have ex-wives there. Like the wives will go there. They'll get some kind of win the lottery or somehow they get there, you know, and then they'll hook up with them after they get there. So you don't know. You just don't know. Right. It could be that. Here and yes, I mean, it's very stressful. Yes, it is, and it is it's a serious culture shock because it's nothing like what they're used to. And one of my exes, this one was from Mali, he told me that he said, I will forever be grateful to you because you introduced me to Black American culture, and that helps me adapt to living in the United States. And I said, really? He said, yes. He said, because a lot of times, he said, if it wasn't for you, I would have stayed in that Malayan culture that was in the United States. And they all lived in the same apartment. They all ate together. It was like they lived like they were still in Mali. Like they were still in Mali. I kid you not. They dressed like African, like Malayan people. They never wore, like I'll wear, you know, Gambian clothes, but, you know, I'll wear American clothes too. I switch it up. I like the Gambian clothes because they're cool. It's really hot, so they're really cool. So in the summertime, I tend to wear them because it's cooler, but I switch it up. So, but these people, even in the wintertime, they got, like O'Shea said, they got slides on and sundresses. And I'm like, it's cold. But I say all that to say they don't experience, he was saying we don't experience the full culture here. We don't get initiated into that because we tend to stay amongst ourselves because we're scared of you guys. And I'm like, are you serious? He said, yes, because of what we see. So we tend to think Black Americans are violent. We tend to think Black Americans are rude. We tend to think Black Americans are thieves. All the negative stereotypes of Black Americans, they think that. So they tend to stay away from us. So that leaves them to stay in that little culture clique, unless they, you know, married from different races, and they never develop an understanding of this culture here. They never truly blend into this culture here. And I got African friends. I'm telling you, I see it. I see it amongst my Cameroonian friends. You go to their house, you stepping back in Cameroon. You know, it's like they didn't adapt to this culture. They just came here, went to school, got good jobs, bought nice things, but they stayed amongst their own people, and they didn't try. They didn't bother adapting or assimilating. Well, not to our culture anyway. I would say they tried to assimilate to what they believed American culture was, the collection of things. You still love who? Mary J. Blige. I do too, honey. I do too. There are a bunch of haters in Gambia. It is hidden behind the dominant religion as Salam. Happy battle time. Where you been? But he right. He's right. It is. It's and it is. It's a lot of haters over there, and he's right. It's hidden behind the dominant religion over there. It is a lot, and that's the unfortunate thing is that you have to realize that you got to, like my grandma say, everybody ain't your friend. You got to realize everybody ain't your friend. And it was just I could just sit and watch I could sit and watch the videos, and I'm watching the videos, and I'm like, wow, they're not even in. And remember, we talked about that being the Bible warns you about being unequally yoked, and he ain't just talking about believers and unbelievers. It's deeper than that. You can be with a believer, and that believer be in a different socioeconomic scaling class than you, and you will have all kind of problems, especially if you're the woman and you're in a higher socioeconomic class. That's gonna make him feel insecure. That's gonna make him feel like you're trying to dominate him. And there's always going to be power struggles in that relationship. He's going to see everything you do as a power struggle, as you trying to take over. Because I was in this one relationship. Because y'all know me. If it don't work, you got to go. I'm not wasting my time. I just don't do that. When I peep it ain't working, I got to go. I'm not wasting my time. I was raised like that. Like I told y'all, the women in my family have been married 4 or 5 times. They don't do that. Bad relationship. Oh, time for you to go. Why would I stay with somebody who treat me bad when I know he treat me bad? So he can treat me bad some more? No, I told y'all. Oh, y'all might not know, but there's been too many women in my family killed from domestic violence. Yeah, taken up out of here from DV, and I don't play that, and we don't play that. We do not play that. If you even talk to us halfway crazy, you got to go. You got to go. So, these things were apparent in the beginning. And so I was telling y'all about somebody else, honey, and what they was telling me. But it'll come back to me. But I say all that to say these different people and these different relationships have helped me so much to understand myself, to understand why I do the things I do. Because there's a reason why you do the things you do. Why you overlook stuff and it's smacking you in your face, because this stuff was just smacking her in the face. Smacking her in the face. Just like, it smacks us all in the face. And what do? We overlook it. We overlook it. But that's a part of growth, y'all. That's a part of growth. That's a part of maturity. That's part of development. You should never, ever look at a relationship that ends as a failure. No, that's a learning experience. So Risha shouldn't look at this as, oh, he played me. No, you played yourself, dude. I was nice. Risha was nice to him. She was nice. She was too nice to him. She was too nice to all of them. Too nice. And see, all that money she's spending, I'm like, he need to tell. He ain't telling her don't spend this money. That's one sign y'all know. When they got you spending money, And when they got you doing that, that's how you know. That's a big sign right there that they're not right. So DeBose says, no matter what the comment, no matter what, that comment was hateful and unnecessary to write under the video. Yes. But in all fairness, now we got to look at both sides. In all fairness to this person who wrote it, people like how we've been warning people about land scamming. So after a while, when you get scammed, we just be like, oh, well, we told you. We told you. What can we do? What can we do if you continue to put yourself in that situation? So clearly, people have been saying stuff. But like I told y'all, I don't care what they say. What did I tell y'all? When you're in love, what do? You only see what you want to see. Ibrahim has been with many for what? I mean, how you know that? How you know that? That's a bad sign, y'all. If he tell you he done dated many foreign women, oh no, no, you gotta go. Because he looking to get out of there. He looking to get out of there. So no. If there's somebody, oh, I did it again. Okay, Ibrahim has been with many foreign women. He knows how to play the game. Now, what happened to the other foreign women? Because they probably figured out, oh, you playing games with me, dude. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for this. That's crazy. But you could tell. You can kind of tell. Cotton Top says he was mentally gone before coming to the States. He was only going through the motions, you see. But he was saying little things that just made me think that I didn't know. Like, this is just sad. Let's not forget how small the Gambia is. Just over 2 million. News spreads fast. It does. It spreads very fast. Oh, wow. This is so sad. I am sorry that happened to you, Kiki. I was okay, girl, honey. I don't care. I look at it as a learning experience. I learned a lot from that, I'm just glad, like I said, my grandma always said, sometimes you got to play a fool to catch a fool. Because one thing you're not going to do is play me for a fool. No. I may sit back and watch. As soon as I figure out what it is, oh, no, I'm gone. I'm not one of them women who have trouble getting men. So a man is the last thing I worry about. So if he's not treating me right, he got to go. He got to go. Because I can always get him. Like I said, my grandma always said, you can get a man when you can't get a drink of water. So don't ever worry about that. These runaway guys apparently have established a hideaway place before. And that's what I think, Cotton Top. I think that they set up something and this person knows that they're coming because they just go too fast. They go too easy. So it's like, it's got to be planned. It's got to be planned. So green card scammers, Khalifa says, green card scammers play, right, they play the long game. They will wait you out until they no longer have to. And this person is right. Because Risha been with this man for a long time. Mm-hmm. The ex I was telling y'all about, I have been with that man for a long time. A long time. Yeah. Because I was doing what she was doing. I wanted to make sure. But how do you make sure? You can't make sure until they get here. And then once they get here and you see, oh, you want to play games? I ain't got time for games. This is America. I have no time for games. Okay? Games cost money, and I don't waste money, and you gotta go. And that's me. You gotta go. That's just me. She said she's gonna keep praying. Okay, good. So let's go with this. I said the fair use. Now for the people on here, because there's people on here who don't know who we're talking about. Get down, Una. Una! That's my son's cat, y'all. She just feel like she own everything. Kiki, is marriage agreeing with you? I think so. I'm liking this new look. Your hair and the background. Oh, thank you. Good. I think so, honey, because if it ain't agreeing with me, I'll move on. I'll move on, honey. Auntie, I ain't got time to play games. I don't play no games. Kiki plays no games. No. Kissing in public is not done in West Africa. And that was a sign when I saw all of that lovey stuff in public. I'm like, oh no, they don't do that. They don't do that. So I'm like, but why are you doing that? Why are you doing that when you know they don't do that? So why are you doing that? Oh, they don't like the craziness. No, they don't. I was in Namibia in June visiting my family. They're very conservative. Yeah, they don't like that. And if you like that, they already think the women from the West are loose. right? So you don't want to appear loose. You don't want to appear loose in any kind of way. I understand what you're saying. Okay. So you don't want to appear like that in any type of way. Wait a minute, yeah. I think I skipped the comment. See, I thought, okay, TNK, I'm about to show you who we talk about. Because a lot of people never watch them. I never watched them. It's not nice using someone like that. No, it is not. But I'm going to show it to you. And then when he took her for them to put a spell on her, did she realize they was putting a spell on her? I don't think she realized. Did she realize they was putting a spell on her, y'all? I watched them and they both were extra. Oh, Tammy, you thought they was extra too, honey. I thought they was extra too. That's why it was like I said, it was too much love going on. I couldn't take all that. Yes, and they get so homesick, especially nowadays, disappointed for real. Yes, because they get here and they see what it's really like. And it's not what they think it is. It is nothing like what they think it is. So that relationship between you and him, if he ain't in love with you, it ain't gonna be good. Miss Mandinka and family are Jehovah's Witness. Are they? Oh, I didn't know that. This person. Well, hello, Miss Simmons. Thank you for the super sticker. That was sweet of you, Miss Rashida. All right, y'all, let's go. So some people don't know who they are. So let's do the first video so I can show you who they are. All right, because I knew that. Because I was talking to Steph said, and Steph said, I don't know who they are. So this is the wedding. And the first thing I want to show y'all is how many people. I want y'all to pay attention to how many people are at this wedding. Now, remember, you pay for everything. All right, you and your spouse pay for everything. Now, keep all that in mind when you're watching this, all right? Hold on. Let me get this pulled up here. Yep, I want you to keep all that in mind when you're watching this. So this is who they are. If y'all don't know, let me go back to the beginning and then I'm going to skip around, okay? This is their wedding in the Gambia, and I believe she said it was 2018. All right, so here we go. Stop, Yuna. So the first thing I noticed is that this is a white wedding. This is Risha. First thing I noticed is that it's a white wedding. Oh, but you know what? We're gonna turn the song off because the song might be copyrighted. So this is what I noticed. This is in the Gambia. So this is expensive, like Eye Movement said, and I don't know, maybe she's young, so she wanted this to be a certain way, so this is them getting married, and this is all of his family. His family is huge.
To make their love stronger. About the facts of the relationship. And the fact of the matter is, as well as to all of those who are here in attendance today. Right? Ms. Alvisa, you will do the honors first. The contract. It's about honoring God as well.
But Rashida, you shouldn't be the breadwinner because after he gets here, he can work. So I don't get that. Like somebody else said that you have to support them financially. No, you don't. Why don't they have a job? They can come here and they can get jobs. Honey, they can get jobs easier than we can. They come here, they can get a job. They get a job real quick. As soon as they get that Social Security number, they can work. So I don't know why you would have to be the breadwinner. Maybe for a couple months but I don't think the Social Security card took a couple months. I don't. For some reason, I think that took like a couple weeks. So you should not be
taking care of nobody. Change anything except how God sees the relationship. It's not about the time frame that we have, but it's about the facts of the relationship. And the fact of the matter is, you are my best friend. The fact of the matter is, you bring out the best of me in every aspect of life. The fact is, you are my protector, and I feel safe and secure with you. With you, I've never had to worry about heartache or pain. The fact is, I love you. We will grow together and change over the years. God willing, it will be for the better. We have a central loyalty towards God. He is the glue to our relationship, and He will guide us and teach us what. The fact is, I love you. We will grow together and change over the years. God willing, it will be for the better. We have a central loyalty towards God.
Did she say a sexual loyalty?
I've never had to worry about heartache or pain. The fact is, I love you. We will grow together and change over the years. God willing, it will be for the better. We have a central loyalty towards God.
Did she say a sexual loyalty?
He is the glue to our relationship.
Okay, so this is them.
Be a good husband, but also a father. For you and our kids, I look forward with great joy to spend the rest of my life with you, caring for you, nurturing you, being there for you. I want to be.
You can read it, y'all.
I want to be faithful and true to you. I eagerly anticipated the change to grow together, getting to know the woman you would become.
All right, so that's them. All right, that's the wedding. This was a big, huge shindig. That's them right there. They still good. That's why this ridiculous. Because I guess all of this ain't real. That ain't real. If your relationship is based on all of that, that ain't real. That relationship ain't gonna run the test of time. And you in Africa doing all this, and look where his hands are. I don't know no African man who gonna do that. Who do that to you, grip you up like that? Oh, and if he is, he's not a good African man. Don't no decent African man grip you up like that. And you his wife in public, he would never do that. That's them having a celebration at her wedding. At the wedding. So they had this big old wedding. And I believe she said that wedding was in 2018. I believe that's what she said. I'm going to go down and come back up. I believe that's what she said. Hey, Joanna, you're correct. Kiki looks bright. Oh, do I? I wonder why. Probably because I got some rest. A lot of diasporans checking out many African countries. The reality ran them back home. Yes, because the reality is it's not what you think it is. You have to go. It's like anything else, though. It's got its good, it's got its bad. Miss Smith says, a co-worker who married for a green card told me if the intention wasn't genuine, it never will be. And they're right. They don't fall in love later, completely focused on the prize. And she said this was a Nigerian man who told her that. And this person is right. They don't fall in love later. And this one African dude told me that they know right away whether they're going to marry you or not. If you're married, they put girls in two materials. That's because I'm looking at Beautiful's outfit and I'm wondering where she's going. But they put girls in two categories: the ones you marry, the ones you don't marry. Okay, the ones you marry, the ones you don't marry, and she's absolutely right. That's exactly what they do. Kiki, did he really have the skills to get a good paying job in the U.S.? No, not a good paying job. He could get a factory job. A factory job is they used to, I don't know how much they pay now, but that was like a decent start off. You know what I mean? You can easily get a factory job, some kind of, in Ohio, in the Midwest, you can. They usually get, they usually work for factories, some kind of factory assembly plant. And they pay pretty good because you have opportunities to work all type of overtime. So, I mean, from what it is to me, it's a good startup. If not, was he prepared for the hard work that often goes with low pay? No, he's right. She's right. It's very hard work. The factory jobs are hard work. And that's usually where they start off at, is in the factory job, unless they go to school. Now, if they come here and they go to school, that's a whole different story. They're not going to start off there. There you are going to be supporting them because, it was this doctor in our city, right? His wife met him when he was going to school. I think he was getting his master's, right? He was Nigerian. Yeah, they was married for years. Once they got married, she put him through medical school, right? He was a big old doctor here. He had a big old practice. He had a pharmacy. They was just loaded with money, right? He would go to Nigeria every year. Do you know she did not know he had a wife and kids in Nigeria? When she found out, somehow I think she looked through his phone, or either she found some pictures. She found something that are pictures of them together, and they was all dressed alike or something. She found out that was his wife and his kid. She called wife and kids, and these kids was like 16, 17. These was big grown kids and little kids. So she calls him. He comes home. Come to find out, all of it is true. This is his wife. This is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is true. Do y'all know what she did? That lady cut up all the furniture in that house. She cut up all the furniture and she left. And she left. And she had been married to this man since they have been at the university. Now tell me, what kind of evil is that? That you could lay up with her every night and sleep next to her and don't even tell her that you're married to somebody else and you have a wife and you have several kids in Nigeria. And you come here and you pretend like she is the only one. What kind of evil is that? But she's right. They're not prepared for that. But some of them, I don't know, especially if they didn't work. If they didn't work, and a lot of these men they get with, they didn't work when they was in Africa. They didn't work. So those factory jobs are going to be really hard for them because those are some hard. She's right. Those are some hard paying working jobs. Hey, Joanna, how you doing? Ooh, do I? Ooh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Kiki, my stepson is homesick. Oh, I know. California is no longer a happy place for him. He's moving to Eastern Michigan. He ain't gonna like it there, honey. It's cold there. At least in California, he got the sunshine. He gonna be depressed up there. But if there is a stronger Muslim community, so he'll have that. And a lot of them turn to that. But it's really difficult. It is really difficult. I feel bad for him because it is. And they miss drinking tea. They miss sitting around talking to each other. Africa is really about the social aspect. I keep telling y'all that those social relationships, that's what Africa is really about. And that's what you miss. Now, if we miss it, just think how they must miss it. Yeah, Risha she is a pretty girl. But you see, they don't care if you're pretty or not. Oh, thank you, TNK. But they don't care if you look pretty or not. You see, he still did what he did to her. Well, we don't know, allegedly, what he did to her. This cat is crazy, y'all. She probably took his manhood from him. Who? Risha took it from that man? No, that man looked old. He looked old and grown. When they moved to Americas, belittling him with aggressive demeanor towards him, I think that he probably ran away scared. Yeah, because it was in this one video, you could tell, and she was saying something about him not wanting to give her money or spend money on her. So you could tell some things she was saying there was some type of issues. Oh, thank you, Khalifa. Thank you, y'all. You can tell if it's real love being with someone from a third world country. Yes, Tammy, you can. You could tell, and you know, but like I told y'all, it's about what you want to see. All right, so they get mad when you tell those folks the truth, Kiki, calling us. Yeah, remember that? Remember that? Called us coons and everything else. Yeah, they do. They get mad when you tell the truth. And so she probably was getting mad telling people out. And people like, see? But I thought this was your love of your life. See? We tried to tell y'all. So let me show y'all. And I want y'all to listen to the background. Because remember I told y'all, Africa has a traditional caste system. The royals, the priests, the warriors, and the farmers. That's the order. That's the order, okay? That's the order. After colonization came in, they tried to switch that caste system up to a class system. But it doesn't matter. The ethnic groups know who is who and what is what. You know, they know who the traditional leaders were before colonialism. They know that, all right? They know those ethnic groups who are leaders. They know those ethnic groups who are warriors. There's ethnic groups who that's what they do. They are warfare. Their job is warriors. That society was planned out. Everybody had a job. Everybody knew their job. Everybody did their job. All right. So it's not like here. So they have these caste systems. All right. It's hard to get out that caste system. It's very difficult to get out that caste system. So I want y'all to remember that as we listen to this video. Now, this is when he's going to introduce himself. And remember what I told you about what we say about what unequally, what yoked. That's going to cause you problems every single time. You cannot be unequally yoked with a man or a woman. All right, so here we go.
I've lived in other states. I've lived in Ohio.
Wait a minute, you can't hardly hear this.
I was born in a town called Fayetteville in a state called North Carolina. And I moved around. I've lived in other states. I've lived in Ohio. For college, I went to the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. And I studied Spanish and international studies. And one interesting fact about me is I speak Spanish. It's like a second language.
So she studied international studies. She went to the university. I don't know whether she graduated. Did she graduate, DeBo? She didn't say whether she graduated. She says she studied international studies. She didn't say, she didn't tell. Usually they'll say their degrees. Like, I'll tell you my degrees because I graduated.
And I love to travel. So those are some things about me. I'm gonna let my babe introduce himself.
Yeah, everybody. I'm Ibrahima, and I am a Gambian based in Gambia here. And one of the things that I love is
This is really bad. Can y'all hear it? Let me go over here. See if y'all can even hear. Hold on. Depression. Can y'all hear this? Oh, thank you. Can y'all hear this new account? Let me know if y'all can hear this. Miss Matador, tell me if y'all can hear this. Because it sounds low to me on my side.
Those are some of the things that I love. And I was born and raised in Sukuta, which is in the Gambia here. A town, that most people know as Dembadu or Adalada
I wonder
Fix.
why this is
Like
low
if you
like
ever
that.
ask anybody
It must be the
about
video.
school, that they will tell you Adal Fix, which is just trying to, an old school thing, try to say,
I'm
Sukuta
old
is
school
old
trying
fashioned.
to say,
But that's
super.
not the case, and I'm
Yeah.
saying, we're more civilized now than we used to be.
Okay, this is extra low for some
I
reason.
went to school in Sankepa. Sukuta has a school. But
Yeah, we got to. I'm
in
going to stop this
Mostly,
one.
At the school, I would say we were among the first batch that even started the schooling in Sankepa Sulejo.
So basically, he was telling us that his family was very poor, pretty much, and he's from Sakuda, and he was one of the first kids, so he's much older than her. It sounds like he's much older than her. Well, I don't know how old Risha is, but it sounds like I just get the vibe that he's older than her, because he's telling how he went to school when you had to carry the desk to the school. Like, it just sounds like the old days, like the real old days. So let me see if this is bad by in here. Yeah, so we're going to stop this one. But that what this one was really about. So y'all can go back on there and listen to this. But this is when he's just talking about what it was like for him growing up. And he grew up like they had very difficult. Oh, y'all couldn't even see. Could y'all see that video? It don't even look like I shared it, or did I stop sharing it? Yeah. Okay. Now let me show you another one. That one was too low. I think that's the way they recorded it. Here's another one. Let me show y'all this one. So that was the one of who they are. And that's when he was just basically saying about his background and her background. Now, right there, the backgrounds let us know. Yeah, it was that video. Their backgrounds let us know we got some serious unequally yokedness going on here. And I just weighed that word up, because she's went to school to study international studies. She's fluent in Spanish. And in the United States, that's a big deal, to speak fluent in two languages like that. That's not just common, especially for Black Americans. So that's kind of like a middle-class American person. Okay, she's doing pretty good for herself. But we have this person who's telling us he's from Sakuda. Sakuda is like an urban area. It's an urban area. Okay, it's one of the urban areas there. He's telling us he's from there. He's telling us how his family had to struggle, how he had to struggle, how difficult it was for him. So they're both already coming from two different lifestyles. So when you meet a man, ladies, or when you meet a lady, men, and they start telling you this, that's a red flag to you. That should be a red flag. This is an unequal yoked relationship. Unless you struggle for bread every day, even if you struggling for bread in the United States every day, it ain't nothing like compared to them struggling for bread. All right, it's two different struggles. Okay, so that's unequally yoked right there. That's a big red flag. All right, now this one I want to show you. You can hear this one better. Now this is when he went to his compound. Now, ladies, I'm not talking about nobody. Y'all know I don't talk about people. In spite of what people say, I don't talk about people. I don't have to. I let the facts speak for themselves. This is what I want to tell you all. If you go to a man's compound And his house looks, well, let me show you. Let's go.
Hi guys, welcome to my crib.
He said, welcome to his crib. Now, let me first say, I don't know no Africans, and the Africans I know live in, their houses are pretty nice. But I don't know no African, no Gambian, no Nigerian, no Cameroonian who's going to let me just come in their house and film their compound like this. They're not. The ones I know may be cool with it, but the rest of those extended family members, they're not going to be cool with it. They're going to have an attitude against me. They're going to feel like, oh, he's just letting her do that because she's an American and I don't like being on camera, because they don't like being on camera because they believe in witchcraft and they know that they do spells with your pictures. So a video, what can they get out the video? That's even more than your picture. You see what I mean? So they don't play that being on the camera stuff. So the fact that he's letting her do this, again, this is a no-no. And why, again, are you putting her in a situation where she looks like she's just doing something that's just culturally and socially abnormal? All right, and I want you to check out the place.
Here's where I live. I'm gonna take you inside to see a tour of my house here. It's a big compound though, like we live everybody lives separately. And then some live over there, some live here, and some live over here. Yeah? Aku recent.
Assalamu alaikum.
All right, guys. That's my street right there.
Look at this.
All right, guys. Let's get inside. I'm taking my shoe off. Yeah, guys. All right. Okay. As you can see, that's my sitting. I have a chair. A sofa here, and right here, I'm about to have a case of my baby right here. I just can't wait for it. That's the first time, you know what I'm saying? So that's just him.
He's about to have something with his baby right here.
Yeah, that's my seat right here. As you all can see, that's me and my baby when we got married. That's the picture right here.
Our wedding picture.
Pictures, yeah. We got some couple of pictures right here because it was raining, wow. So they all came off. Like that's me and my baby right here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me here. I had them around here, I think somewhere over there, but like the wind was blowing and then they all came off, so I had to put them
So she want to know why. So he's explaining why the pictures are in the suitcase. Why would he be explaining that? Did she ask why is my pictures in the suitcase? Did she ask that before the camera came on? Who cares? Why would you be explaining that part?
So babe, what can you tell us? Like, these are generally how the houses inside the compounds are built. So yeah. What are the what's usually used to make these houses?
These houses made of like just sand. You just like mix sand and then put water and then just make a.
It's like mud. It's like a mud hut. So the fact that she's trying to present this, see, this is why y'all think that the person I'm involved with is like this, because this is what y'all see. Our Kathy told us. She showed us this. Remember the man that was living in the trailer? And our Kathy said, can you be bothered with this? But look at this. I'm sorry, if the man brought me back and this was his house, I could, I could never be serious about this person. I could never be serious about this person. This person could be a friend, but nothing more than that. Because he just said his house is made from mud. A mud hut. That means they have very little money, people. Very little money, people. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not putting this person down, but what did I tell you? You have to be what? Equally yoked. And unless you grew up in a mud hut, you shouldn't be with anybody who lives in a mud hut, not coming from the West, because you're not going to know what that person's motivations is. You're just not. You're not going to know. Look where this man lived. How are you going to know if this man loves you for you, when this man is clearly having some serious economic problems? But where he come from, he might be living large. I don't know.
So it's like mud houses, some cement.
Yeah, no cement. You use you put cement on it later.
Okay.
You to plaster it. You plaster it with cement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of explain to like when it's rainy season, how sometimes like some of the problems like that local houses will have in the compounds.
Like some of the problems the local houses have, like mine for example, like when it rains, when it rains heavily, like I have drop of water.
And he keeps saying my house, which I found that odd too. He didn't say our house, so I don't know if she sleep there. You know what I mean? It sounds like he got a house there and he got a house with her, because he keeps saying this is my house. And remember, they've been married since 2018. So I didn't understand this part either. So what does he mean, my house?
It's dripping around here because of the corrugate. It's not that solid. You know what I'm saying? So I have to change it, like coming onwards here too, like these, the leakage from the roof, will come to all the way to the ceiling here. Normally leaks. It has, you can see I have a bucket here.
So see, y'all be thinking, this is the danger. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Y'all probably don't even know what I'm talking about. This is the danger, Will Robinson. People will see this and people think that all the Gambians live like this. People will see this and think all the Gambian men are like this. And this is so far from the truth. If you meet a Gambian man and he lives like this and you're from the West, this is not somebody you should be talking to. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm not passing judgment on anybody. Again, I'm looking at this as a case study. Okay? Just as a case study, looking at the facts. Looking at the facts.
To feel, for it to be filled when it started raining, and around here too, kind of, what I'm saying, like I just kind of try to put the slow tape in there, but it doesn't really help.
A little tape to help the rain.
And I have these motherfuckers here trying to irritate me, my wife's friend.
No, they're your friends.
They're off though. But
the termites.
These, come here, come check.
They're kind of.
I kind of have them here.
They're kind of bad, but I don't know if you can really see them. So I'm gonna open the door.
So he's gonna show y'all the termites too, huh?
But there's like termite problems, and these little brown spots are where we've tried to like burn them and
maybe she does
and cover it with cement, but sometimes they come appear in other.
Okay, so it sounds like she sleeps there because she's saying what we've tried to do with the termites. So, but if she's there, why is he saying this is my place and not our place? His thinking. That's what I mean. This is a very traditional Gambian Mandinka man. That's another red flag. Is that something that you think you want to be bothered with?
Places.
I try to fix it, but
okay.
It still keeps coming. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of hot in here though, but that's my crib right here. I try to make it fresh for you guys. I'm saying that's my air freshener, but it's almost done now.
He said that's my air freshener. But no, overall it's nice. I mean, like, you keep it organized.
Mm-hmm.
And she said overall it's nice. What did I tell y'all? When you think you're in love, you only see what you want to see. There's no way this is nice. Let me tell y'all what it feel like. If y'all ain't never been inside no mud hut or no apartment like this, when you walk in, you're going to be overwhelmed by the mold smell. Okay? That's the first thing that's going to hit you in the mouth, hit you in the face, is that mold smell. All right? Then you're going to be overwhelmed by the heat and the humidity because there's no air circulating in there. It is horribly, horribly hot in there. So why does she say it's not too bad? I'm not sure.
People want to know because, guys, with the compound houses, it's really like
look at this.
It's almost like a studio apartment without the bathroom. So can you touch?
why we lie to ourselves. Look at this.
No, because guys, you know, with the compound houses, it's really like
you're gonna walk out in the morning and this is what you're gonna see. There's mosquitoes here. There's grass cutters here. I can't even imagine what's all running around here at night. I can't even believe this. I can't even believe this. And she's trying to convince y'all that this is all good in the hood. That's why y'all think that my relationship, that person I'm with, live like this. Wow.
it's almost like a studio apartment without the bathroom. So can you show the people like where the bathroom is?
He said it's almost like a studio apartment. No, ma'am, that's nothing like a studio apartment. That is nothing like a but why?
If you need to use it.
Why not tell the truth?
The bathroom was there, but the bathroom is kind of messed up. So
the bathroom is right there.
Kind of switch it.
He said the bathroom is kind of messed up a little bit. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
That's the local bathroom here.
This is the local bathroom. So if you're staying in the compound, you know, be ready to be one with nature.
Yeah, that's just the local.
Hey, chicky.
Those are chickens. That's the local bathroom here. You know what I'm saying? Like when you want to use the toilet,
So
I come right here and just
squat
and just do my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Do your thing.
Jesus.
My thing and wash my hand. You know what I'm saying? With,
so you be doing number 1, 2, and 3 all together.
Normally that soap here when you wash your hand when you're done with it. But unfortunately the soap is
finished.
Yeah, we have to put another one.
So it ain't no soap there. The soap is finished. So normally it would be soap there, but it ain't no soap there. Ain't nobody put no soap there. Wow.
As you can see, I'm not here. I'm busy with my wife, but my friends were here. They were making tea right here. You know, but they're gone now. Probably, I don't know. We gotta hang out with them some other time.
So he said he'd be here with his wife and his friends making tea. Wow.
Yeah, we'll come chill over here. And then you got your little home workout.
Look at his home workout area. And she ain't got no shame showing us this. I can't even believe she ain't got our Kathy would just be dying right about now. She ain't got no shame showing us this. I'm telling you, ladies, this is just not the type of person that you should be in a relationship with. These are all red flags. Look at all of this trash over here. You should not even be staying there. You could get typhoid. You can get malaria. Places like this, typhoid and malaria run around in places like this.
Area.
All other viruses. Look at this. Look at this. And to present this like this is the norm. To present this like this is how all the Africans live in the Gambia. I wouldn't even show nobody this.
Oh, okay. The welders are still there. Okay.
I wouldn't even show nobody
and see, this is kind of like the little front porch of his house.
Look at the front porch. And this is the person she married and brought back to the United States. And now they're saying he's nowhere to be found. This is how he was living.
And you can sit out and chill.
What?
And there's he has a next door neighbor.
He said you could sit out and chill.
Neighbor, and there's some other houses over here. So
yeah,
I'm not even going over there.
Very nice, babes. So anything else you want to say before we conclude?
She said, very nice, babes. You see what I mean? We just lie to ourselves.
All I can say is, I'm saying, that's me. That's how I live my life. In the morning, when I get up in the morning, if I don't go to work, and I'm saying, I'll be here. And I'm saying, like I said, when you, like what Mandinkas would say, Nisi wants you, Nimanta Mota Fleta. You know what I'm saying? If you don't go, nobody would say that he's the one that does it. So you stay at home, you're good. You go to your friends, if you wish to, go on the main road here, make tea, chill with them, you know what I'm saying? Do your workout, you know, if you have a work to do, you go do it, you know.
He never said to talk about going to work. You notice that? Do your workout, chill with my friends. This is a grown man. This man is almost 40 years old. Chill with my friends, go do my workout. He didn't say nothing about going to work. Nothing. See, this is why African men get a bad rap. Because, see, I'm telling y'all, it's only these kind that want to be on YouTube. The real ones, the real African men, they don't want to be on YouTube. They're not going to be on YouTube. But social media is not acceptable there. Not acceptable. And you on there? Oh, no. And you showing all of this for what?
For you to fight, for you to argue, or do whatsoever. That's it. That's me, man.
And then the main road is like it's back out through the main gate, guys. So, you know, if you want to just chill and get some fresh air, watch the world go by, watch the cars go by, you go sit outside the gate.
I guess
so. About how many people live in your compound?
Well, here, like, you know, because here is a very big compound.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, many people live in here.
Well, if you could give an estimation.
Like an estimate, roughly,
mm-hmm.
30.
About 30 people.
It could be less than that, or it could probably, yeah.
Okay. And then can you explain kind of like the normal day of living here? So like how you said it's like $25.50 for breakfast, lunch, dinner. How does that work?
Like, you know, it depends on, it depends how strong you are,
mm-hmm.
or what you want to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can have, when you're not that strong, you can have bread and butter with tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just eat that. But when you want to eat healthy breakfast, you have to, have at least, $50, $75, $100, $200, $250. It depends on what you want to eat. Breakfast could even cost you $300, $500. It depends on what you want to eat. Yeah, but for locally, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when you are stranded like me, when I'm stranded, sometimes I would come around here, sit on my railroad here, you know what I'm saying? Like, have my tea and then have my bread and wonjo, you know what I'm saying? And drink that. But sometimes when I kind of, have something and then I'll go to the shop here, get something, healthy and then eat that.
So basically he's saying when he don't have any money, he eats his bread and his tea and his wonjo. When he has money, he'll go to the shop. This is a grown man telling you this. When he go and he on YouTube telling you this. Now this ain't him and her talking about his life struggles. They just talking. No, they broadcasting this for all of us to see. Y'all. Yeah, you shouldn't be with men who are going through this. It's not judging them. It's just saying you're going to have problems later on. This relationship is going to be full of power struggles.
Work with lunch, like, because you have to pay the ladies that make the lunch in the compound.
No, not to pay the ladies you don't pay them to make the lunch. What you do is like the heads of the family, the head, like, for example, my boss has his wife and my boss's brother has his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. That's how kind of things work, like, whoever's wife is, on the duty of cooking, then the husband will be on the responsibility of, like giving them money to cook. That's how it works. Like, for example, my mom's, like my brother is the head of the family, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one that's married, and my brother is married, and my little brother too is married, so they kind of like, share tones, some.
So all of them are married, and you think he ain't married? Y'all think he ain't married to no Mandinka? When all the brothers are married, even the little brother is married. And y'all think he ain't married to no Mandinka woman? Stop it. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to put these relationships out there, tell us the whole story. Don't tell us half the story. Don't tell us just the good part. Tell us all of it. Tell us the good, the bad, and the ugly, because women are following you. Women are doing what they see you do because they really think these relationships are true. And love, they really think they can go get somebody who has absolutely nothing and that they're going to love them for who they are. And that's most of the time, that's just not the case, ladies. That's just not.
Their wives share turns to cook.
Their wives share turns to cook, and then I would
have said, well, why didn't you have a wife? That's what I would have said. Everybody else got a wife. before I got here, why didn't you have a wife? That's what I would have said.
Accounts to to give the money for the for the fish money. And sometimes when I get something, I will chop them up time to time, and we do our things like that.
So he said when he gets something, he has no job, he has no income. Ladies, gentlemen, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. Somebody to tell you, I can't even pay for the food. I can't even put money in on the food. When I get something, I chop them up, but most of the time I don't have nothing. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like what I'm saying is like how you said in your compound, your boss's wife and other people's wives in the compound, they take turns cooking here as well. So when when you want something to eat for lunch and they've cooked, you contribute like $25-$50 or
Nah, I don't contribute.
or you just eat, you just get to
I
eat.
just eat.
Okay.
Like,
okay, that's good.
That's because I'm living here. I'm a family here.
Okay,
So I
gotcha.
do it like a family.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I do it like a family.
So this is like a real
see, like,
community
as you
thing.
can see, that's the ball. We used to have a big ball, but now things have changed. People are kind of busy. They make it smaller.
Mhm.
This is the ball that we eat from. As you can see, they just ate, and then that's what they have left. Of that's we just ate, and I'm excited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is a real like community. This is like
Yeah.
guys, the real true definition of like socialism and community.
Wow, socialism and community. That's what she summed this up to.
So like even if you may not be financially good for that day, you know that you can at least get some type of food
that's
that day
true.
for the compound.
Yeah.
You guys share. Okay.
So baby, like what do you learn from this experience on what your what your husband is living through? Or
I mean, I've definitely learned a lot. I mean, I've definitely learned a lot being with you for these last couple of years. You know what I mean? And I learned, during rainy season, you guys, like I learned that some of the houses they're not strongly built. So sometimes, like in certain compounds, there are issues of buildings collapsing. So like a lot of the community comes together to try to put together some money to help people build
they do
their
that
house
to help get their house back.
America is very divided. Like if I don't have any food for the day, then I'm not eating. Basically, it's like a dog eat shared. People will share their food.
Yeah, but in some parts here, they would say American bar, feed by your pocket. That's what they call it, American bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here in this compound, because even with your family in their compound, like I didn't need to spend money. They fed me some of their food.
I'm confused. I'm confused about this compound. I don't know where he said this is his house. Then she says his family compound. I don't know whose compound.
With me, so I mean, sharing is really all
right.
It's really a special
okay
like,
about the sharing. But so it's okay with her that he lives like that. It's okay with her that he doesn't have money to contribute to the food. It's okay with her that he lives in a mud hut. It's okay with her he doesn't have electricity. All that is fine. I still want to be with you. Okay? I'm still going to marry you and bring you to America. Okay? So let's see what happened after that. Let me go back to y'all comments. Okay? Because what can you do about that? You can't do a daggone thing about that. If somebody can look at that and you can lay down with a man who lived like that, then honey, I can't say nothing about it. Ain't nothing you gonna say gonna change that. Nothing this woman see. Ain't nothing you gonna say gonna change nothing. I'm telling you. I don't know this couple, but if the economic and education levels were very different, that's an issue. He is in survival mode and you're operating on a different level. And she's right. Survival mode. They're in survival mode. He's in survival mode. Every day of his life, he got to figure out how he's going to eat. So you come here with these American dollars and he see you on the internet and they met on Facebook through a friend, somebody in America, I think, who knew her or something. Or I don't know. It was somebody on the internet, but it was through the social media. Yes, they're on very different economic levels. That's not good. That's not all these women I talk about on my channel. That was the issue. They were all on different socioeconomic levels. That is not going to work. That is not going to work. They get mad when you tell these folks the truth. Okay, we saw that one. Okay, so let me go down here. All right, let's go back up. What part of America she be hungry in? Girl, I don't know. Because you can go to the pantry. You can get on, if you that bad, and you get SNAP benefits, EBT. So I don't know who hungry like that in America. I don't know. You can go to churches and get something to eat. She a grown woman. She's for real. Yes, she's for real. I can't believe it. I can't believe a grown woman would lay down in that. I just can't. She is a bookworm lost in the Gambia. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, she should have got out them books and met more people. Looking at her scratch got me scratching. I know. Well, you see, I'm scratching too. Because all them things biting her. Probably the mosquitoes, and they flies bite. The bathroom is not the worst I've seen. Oh, girl, stop it, auntie. Girl, stop it. You see, he couldn't even take us to the bathroom. He said it was too nasty. You saying, yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Spearman. That's what happened to her. And I think they put a spell on her, too. To be quite frankly, I do. Some witchcraft was going on. Because I'm going to show you a video where they did some witchcraft on her, and she willingly let them do it. She willingly let them do it. She don't know what they were saying. And then they were saying something about you going to eat sand for sugar. Sugar for sand. So that means you're going to be suffering and you're going to think it's okay. That's what that means. So I took it. Yes, that's exactly what happened to her. Okay. Why is, see, Jalen says, why is the eating pot all on the ground, though? Exactly. Why not put it up and sit it on the counter so won't nothing crawl on it? Exactly. And she's going to eat that food, too. She's going to eat. I know she must have been sick a lot when she was there. She had to be. She wasn't showing us. This is what a long, oh my God, Savannah. Is that what's wrong? Because honey, I can't see why she would even be going for this nonsense, honey. And then you think I'm going to lay down and sleep with you? Boy, bye. Yeah, the bathroom was outside the structure, honey. No. And what if you got to go? You know how you got to go in the middle of the night? You got to get up. No, girl, I'm not going over there. I'm not even coming to visit you. You're going to have to meet me somewhere. They don't get paid to cook. He means he provides the food and the wives are supposed to cook. He's right. But he ain't providing no food, TNK, because he ain't got no money. So he just eating. She might, that's what I'm thinking. She might be the second wife. She might know he's married. I think she does know. African repat. I think she knows. I think she knows she's a second wife. And I think she doesn't care. Yeah, I think she doesn't care. I think she knows all of that. I think she's fully aware that this man has a wife and kids. And I think she's fully aware of it. And I think she doesn't care. Because if she will tolerate and lay up in a place like that, she's going to tolerate him having another wife. You cannot tell me that. She will not. Let me see what African Donna said. She said, See if that grown man isn't used to holding down, a job in Africa. It's not going to change when he gets to the U.S. A magic soil. Oh, so if they're not used to working over there, they're not going to come here and work. Oh, girl, that's bad then. Because they got to work like a dog over here. The Africans work like dogs over here. Unless they educated. Oh, wow. And even if they educated, they working all kind of hours. He didn't show the inside because it's kind of messed up. We saw outside, and he said it's shared by the compound. Exactly. The whole compound used that bathroom. I bet you can smell it from where they were standing. Oh my God. And she said she want us to believe that she presenting this to y'all like this is the norm and this is how Africans live. Poor Africans, yeah. He left her to make her submit. What? So he can control the finances to send to his mom. I believe that, though. He probably had a lot of finance money he wanted to send home, and more money than to take care of them. You probably right about that, though. It could have been something about that. This is exactly why this channel was needed. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because y'all got to think. Y'all got to think. We got to think. Honey, no. I'm here to tell you no. I don't care. If you think he fine or if he good and bad, I don't care. I don't look what you waking up. You laying on the floor in a mud hut. He can't even pay for himself to eat. He can't even contribute to the food. He can't even do what a man's supposed to do in Africa. Why in the world would you be marrying him and bringing him back to the United States on top of that? Why? These are the questions we got to ask. Just can't believe it. Kiki, I've been to the Gambia twice, and Serekunda and what's that? Yaramba, Bamba, and I know this is a fact. What you know is a fact? What you know is a fact, woman? What you know is a fact? Yes, she is, but sometimes beauty and self-esteem, confidence, no, they don't coincide. No, they don't. They do not. They do not coincide. She's right. He speaks like a New Yorker. He probably was involved with a New Yorker, honey. They mimic what you say. Because look how he always says guys. Don't no grown black man be saying guys. Notice Super Shorty do the same thing. Hi, guys. Okay, guys. They're mimicking the women that they're with. Okay? How you speak, that's how they speak. They need to tell them men don't say that. Men say, what's up? Yeah, honey, the bathroom where that little rug thing was. All right, now this is what else I want y'all to see. Ooh, it's almost 2 hours. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, y'all horrible. Let me get back down here. Golden Heart says, all right, let me put on this other one. The poverty is a fact in most places, and she's right. And that's the problem. You just cannot, because you don't, I can't stress it enough. The fact that you're making dollars and they're making Dalasi, okay? Because no matter how, you know how many Dalasi they got to make, my husband got to make to equal what I make? Do you know? Do you have a clue? And my husband has a position that's higher than my position. But it's because of what he, where he is, that the money is different. Okay? So that's a different situation than you don't have no skills. You don't have no job. You ain't had no job in Gambia. You ain't used to working. You used to sipping tea and working out all day. What you gonna do when you get here? Because you cannot do that. You cannot do that. So let's see what happens next. The second wife is the work wife, and their job is to financially provide. What you mean the second one? Oh, so the second wife is the wife who sends the money. Oh, I didn't know that part. All right, let's look at this. Now, that's the compound. Now, this is the part I want to show y'all. So, on their channel, they did a lot of hanging out with the repats because they were the repats loved them. They said they were an example of Black love. A man who lived like that, who has no job, and the woman taking care of him is an example of Black love. I think the husband worked for Black Acres for a minute. That's an example of Black love. But this is what I want to show y'all. This is what I want to show y'all. Remember when I told y'all I had to go down a hill when I was at the beach and they was laughing at me? Well, here's the
we are right here at Brookwood Beach. Called the Villagers. That's where we are right now. We are looking for a place called Soul Food Joint Restaurant. So we will show you when you get there, guys.
Because remember I told you that the bar I had went to, it was the soul food joint. Because remember when I was walking, I was like, I remember this because I was in a taxi and I remember the taxi got stuck. So let's check out this one real quick.
Man, like the view here is beautiful for real.
See, look at that, beautiful for real. All that is fake, y'all. All that is just, I'm telling y'all, nobody do that for real. That's not real love. See the hill? That ain't real love, y'all. So don't think, oh, he telling me I'm beautiful. No, that
man,
ain't
like the
real.
view here is beautiful for real.
It is.
Yeah.
Guys, we heading to Soul
That's the
Food
hill.
Joint Restaurant. You want to follow us?
All right, so that's the hill.
I believe when it's raining here, like to walk here, it's got to be a problem. You can't come here with.
That's what I wanted to show you. I want to show y'all that part. That was the hill that I went down because I didn't have no good view of it. So I wanted y'all to see that. So let's finish these. Maybe he didn't live in that house. What house? The house he showed us? Where did he live then? Yes, she and the juju hit right. I think that's what it is too. Yeah, I think because he believed in juju because he took her to the juju people. America has food banks. They sure do. You can go get you some free food. You sure can. And churches they feed you. So I don't know. All right, so now I want y'all to look at this. TNK, where you you didn't watch them. You said you don't know. Honey, I hope they didn't live in that house. But they sound like they did. It sounded like they lived in that house. But I hope they didn't. Honey, I hope they did. I hope she didn't live there. But it sounded like, but you know what I think? I thought she had rented Airbnbs and stayed at the Airbnbs. That's what I thought. All right, now this is the part. Oh, yeah, please hit the like. Oh, please hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel. And also look, the channel membership. Oh, yeah, it's doing really good. So please make sure you become a member of the channel and don't forget to turn on your gifts. YouTube said you got to turn on your gifts. Like it's a setting on your YouTube where you go in and you can turn on or you can receive gifts and I can give you membership. Okay, I can give you a membership. So go turn that on and you can get it for 30 days free. All right, because I want to have a meeting where we can get together and we can talk, we can plan what we want to do as a community. Okay, so, but and tonight we're going to pick another winner. All right, so I want y'all to start naming a number between 0 and 10. All right, and put it in the comment section 0 and 10 so we can pick another winner tonight. He had a juju hat and scarf on the wall in the wedding photo. You saw that? And hid the other photos. Yeah, he hid the other photos. I think he probably just put that one up. Yeah. And then you know how he hid them? Because he explained that why they were down. That's how you know he hid them. Okay? Because why are you explaining why you took them down? She went to a white university and no one paid her any. Oh, dude made her feel pretty. You better make yourself feel pretty, girl. 7. All right, we got number 7. All right, y'all better give me another number. Miss Greek says 7. Turn on what and do what where? Okay, we got a membership group, Auntie. And the membership people who are on the membership team, you got to pay for, I think it's $1.99 for white, $4.99 for green. And what we do, we come together and we plan activities for the REPAT community. Like on here, like this REPAT community, everybody in the chat, we're going to start having social activities outside of YouTube for everybody to get together, okay? So we're going to start planning those activities, all right? Like travel, chances for us to travel and meet each other and hang out and do fun stuff. So we got 5 and we got 5 and we got 7. 5 and 7. We got the number 5 and we got 7. All right. Now, this is what else I want y'all to see. Okay, she said, I did see they were at an Airbnb. Yes, and Tamala. And see, that's what I thought. Because I know she can't take that. And I know sometimes she just couldn't take that and she would go to different places. When are you leaving? Okay. So what number is that? Is that 5, Auntie? Auntie, no. Does that say 5 or 55? No, you got to write one between 1 and 10, Auntie. Yeah, between 1 and 10. Okay. All right, now let me put up here. That's how long they've been getting these ladies money, telling them they are beautiful. Oh, that's how they be getting these ladies money, telling them they are beautiful. They've never been. Oh, girl, stop it. When you start telling me that beautiful stuff, I ain't talking to you. Honey, I am not talking to you. You start that beautiful stuff, me and you ain't talking no more. I'm not going to talk to you at all. I am not going to talk to you at all. You better believe that one. No, honey, no. Maya, between 0 and 10. 3, 8. Okay. How many times did we see 9? 5. And Auntie said 5. So we got 5 twice. Okay, so far number 5 is winning. And we got 8. All right. And 3. Okay, let me show y'all this next one. Because it just goes from bad to worse. All right, now look at this one. This is another big, huge red flag. This relationship was full of red flags, that these people were unequally yoked, and that the chances of this relationship staying together was, I mean, we don't know, but it did not look good to me. It just looked like these 2 people should not have been together. I know. Now let me brace you for this video. Now on this video, her husband is showing, he's at their compound where he lives, and he's showing her how he catches rats in the compound and eats them, cooks them and eats them. Now, if a man catches rats or cooks rats in this compound, that's not a man that you want to be with. All right. So
make them dizzy to able to kill them. Because if to come to grab them and then just take them out, they are pretty much smart. They can just turn and bite you, and then you will leave them. They will go away.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you gotta make their
look at all that
you gotta
stuff
make their
flying
brain.
around. I don't
Dizzy,
even
and
know
then they
what
will
that is.
be flattened laying on there like. Well, I hope guys know. I hope this trap works.
Yeah.
If it does, in the morning we would come and show you how we can take it out, slaughter this meat, and then we're gonna show you how cloning subo mbabel tanila cloning subo bonioto ka fatonin kulo bonioto and then batandela for nambata yamming. All right guys, here is finally where we are going to set the trap. Yes, it will be late in here, baby. You want to try it? Let's set it together.
He said
Come
the
on,
rat
baby.
trap, y'all. I can't even believe it. And she in there doing it with
Okay,
him.
you're gonna help me pull this up a little bit. All right.
With her little sundress on.
Hold on. All right.
Wow. I'm not setting no rat trap, dude. I'm offended that you even asking me to set a rat trap.
Okay, just the tip of the head, yeah.
Oh, just the tip. Okay.
You feel me? You feel it good?
I feel it.
Okay, guys. Finally it is set up, so we're gonna leave it like this till tomorrow in the morning. If we are lucky enough, you will see the process. So stay tuned.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
So, look, so this is the next day.
All right, guys. As we left the trap yesterday. We wasn't lucky enough to catch the rat. Those tiny rats are the one that went inside and ate all the bread that we put on there. So we were unlucky, as you can see.
So they said they weren't lucky enough
what
to
we
catch
want to
the
do
rat
is
last night.
About to find somewhere else.
Okay, we're about to find somewhere else where we can, like normally if we have different ways of catching the rat. So
you hear all the noise in the background. That's what I mean. The Mandinka families, they make a whole bunch of noise just like that.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to their holes and pour water on there to see if we will be able to catch it. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay, guys,
Wow.
we were told.
And look, she got a stick to beat the rat, and he got a stick to machete for the rat. So she really out here hunting a rat with this man. Are you serious? Oh Lord.
I have a suspicious mind that
I don't even. She know this is unbelievable.
Of the rats, so hopefully we can catch one right here. So we're gonna go over.
She knows she can't stand living like this.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
But you're gonna have to hit it. I have a couple.
I'm not hitting it.
So
I ain't hitting nothing.
Look, they're going hunting for the rat. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got to go hunting for a rat with your partner,
This is one of the rat holes.
Yeah, this is
Look,
the rat holes.
the rat hole. Look at this.
We would just take our time.
Look at
We
this.
would let's go to the other one. Corner.
Look. Because it's a spectacle seeing her doing this. That's why the kids looking like that. Because they like, what is she doing?
All right, guys. I have seen a hole which I believe.
So he don't see the hole. He try. Y'all got to see this part though. When he gets the rat out the hole. Hold on. He go.
Don't be here.
Huh?
I'm
scared to put my.
They spent this whole day trying to catch this rat.
This big if it bite you, you're in a mess. So
when they hungry,
these are the,
just go around and catch rats.
Before you get the rat. So it ain't easy. You see, my hand hit the wall. So
wow, he put his hand on that wall.
Try our chances. The hole that they will normally pass. So I'm gonna have to put something on there for them not to have a way to pass. So it will be
So that's the back way out that we was talking about last night?
No, that's not the back way. The back way is normally inside the hole.
Oh, okay.
So this is just a form of their routine of.
So this is what he's gonna try to get the rat out the hole with, y'all. I can't believe this.
Stop here. So probably the only way would be going this way. So it's gonna give us more access to kind of deal with it.
Yeah, where are her parents? Right. Look. didn't work. Still no rat to eat. Wow, look, he waiting. He waiting for the rat, y'all. What is this? He ready for the rat?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
How many minutes does it normally take for them to come out? Are they trying to hold their breath right now?
So they didn't get the rat. He didn't come out. So they still trying to throw water in the hole.
Baby's coming with more water too.
They coming with more water to smoke the rat out. I said smoke. Wow. I want y'all to see the extreme this man going to get this rat. And this is not funny. This is unbelievable.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
There's not even any concrete in there.
They knock holes in the wall to get the rats.
Last night we weren't successful. Today we wasn't successful with the second way. We tried to flood their house out, but they were strong.
And she has a baby on her back. Whose baby is that she got on her back?
They were strong. So this time we got some good sweet cassava. Hopefully they take the bait this time.
So they've been trying to catch the rat for 3 days, y'all. They finally caught it. Now, I want y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all the rat.
Okay, guys, so my babe caught a fat rat here. He says that this is small, but to me, if y'all come closer, this is like really big. So I wonder what they consider big rats. Like that's huge to me. So
3 days.
So this is a bush rat, right?
Yeah, this is a bush
rat. So
rat.
this is what they be eating.
Yep. This is a fresh meat.
Damn.
Wow.
Trap right here.
That's crazy.
So we're gonna have to
all right,
this one.
Stop that one. You can go back and finish watching that one. That was mind-boggling. I could not believe that this woman was on here showing us a video of her and her husband chasing a rat for 3 days, trying to get a rat to eat. So one thing you should know, if you have to chase a rat, you are unequally yoked with that person, okay? You are unequally yoked with that person, and you should not be with that person. No. So that's what he does to eat. I can have a husband if I learn to rat. Yes, you can. If you learn the rat trap, wow, I can't even believe it. Things that, girl, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. They don't have any chickens. They raising on the, no, honey, I don't see nothing. That they got to go out and hunt rats. And he was hunting that rat for 3 days. Do y'all hear me? 3 days. What the HE double hockey sticks? These people are responsible for Ebola. Yeah. Can you believe that? Yeah. And she just sitting there just smiling with the baby on her back. So I think she does stay there, but some days she goes to an Airbnb. Yeah, he did catch the rat. He caught the rat and they ate the rat. If you go watch the video, you're going to see where they cooked the rat up. No, Andrew, I watched him every blue moon. I couldn't deal with the love. All that loving. That was too much for me. I didn't like that. All that love bombing, I couldn't take it. And when he said something about licking her up and down or something somewhere, I'm like, oh no. These rats will kill any chickens. Are you serious? These are some serious rats. Some American, honey, they can have them. I'm not eating none of that. Those rats will kill. Okay, I read that part. All right, now this is the one. We about to hurry up. What about noodles? Right, eat some noodles. Thank you. Eat some noodles. They cheap. Remember, he said he don't even have 20 Dalasi sometimes. Do they serve it with? I think they did. Yeah, it was like, I don't know. He cooked it up with something, honey. Him and his friends and the people in that compound. Honey, he could not wait. They could not wait to cook that rat. They could not wait to cook that rat. So hold on, let me show you this one. I could not believe that. Now, this was another thing I noticed about them. It was how she dressed. Another red flag. I done gave y'all about 5 red flags that something was not right in this relationship. All right, and I'm warning y'all that if your man, your woman is doing this, you better be careful. You best to be careful because look, they have, in Muslim countries, they have strict dress codes for women. All right, strict social norms for women. All right, the way this chick dresses, they would never allow this. And I'm just wondering why this man, look, this is not something they would allow. This, look at this. I'm sorry, y'all. If your African man is letting you go out in public with this hanging out, that ain't no real relationship. I'm sorry. This is just my personal opinion, me analyzing the facts of what I see. This is not a real relationship. It is not. It is not. They're not going to let you do this. They're not.
You know what they have to offer if you haven't heard of it.
And he's just filming.
I do want to show you guys before we go because we're late. My outfit, our color scheme was yellow. So I know my babe likes the whole back out. But what you guys think? You guys think it's cute? And he got me this cute.
She said my babe likes the back out. And what do you guys got to say? Do y'all think it's cute? Wow.
Shoes.
My mind is blown.
How my babe looks too.
And look how he looks.
As my babe just said, today is her birthday.
You could tell she picked out it. You could tell she picked the color out. She picked all that out. You could tell this is just her, and he just going along with it.
We bought terraces, both our birthdays are May. I am May 17 and 6.
He looked like Jimmy the Cricket. Jimmy D. Cricket.
Our birthday, so we're about to go out to a dinner. So you guys can come with us.
Don't be acting all shy.
We're gonna show you.
Damn. He's so shy. All right, guys, we'll see you on the way out.
So this is
hello, family. We are right at the Small Lodge. Well, it wasn't really far from where we are living. It's just across EcoBank, it was like.
So that's what I'm saying. They lived in that compound sometimes, and then they live on an Airbnb sometimes. Okay. Because she's not living in this Airbnb the whole time. Because this is near Senegambia.
5 minutes drive from where we live. So we just heading
so
inside
that means you live
the Small Lodge now.
Or somewhere over in Senegambia. Kaloli.
Oh shit.
See?
I'm about to eat this girl alive.
Let me tell y'all. You don't want no African man who be acting like that, who be talking like that. That is fake. He watch American TV, he watch American movies, he hear that in rap music. He listening to something and he's just repeating what he hears. He actually just said, I'm about to eat my babe alive. What? And she likes that. She likes that.
Well, this is how the place look, guys.
Yeah, this is like the.
I don't know why she didn't think this was gonna happen. She should have known this was gonna happen. Because I don't see any sincerity in any of this. Then she drinks.
Platter, which is like mac and cheese bites and some garlic toast, some wings, salad, chips.
And she drinks a lot. Look how she drank that straight down.
Look, everybody, we just had our food. My baby's feeling good because he has a
Wow.
result already.
I had 3.
Yeah.
This is my third. This is my 3rd shot.
He not gonna take you serious. He not gonna never ever in his life take you serious. Any woman like this. I done had 3 shots. I'm clearly tipsy. I don't have any clothes on. I'm barely dressed. Look at his face. Look at his eyes. He just going through this. He just going through this. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel extra good, and like, yeah, I'm probably gonna stop here because I'm feeling too good. You want some? I be messing with him, y'all. I just be messing with him.
Yeah,
But yeah, I saw Zandela. I waved at her, but I didn't get a chance to like really talk to her. I don't know if she's out. I have to catch her again because I'm definitely gonna come back. I like the mac and cheese balls, but it's not the same mac and cheese balls that we're used to in America because we like that real cheddar cheesy. What all did it have on it?
They get like some
Lettuce, tomato,
Oh, this is
barbecue,
sad.
beef, cucumber. How you say
This
it?
is really
Say
sad.
it.
Yeah, I said cucumber. That's how I said. Cucumber.
And y'all tried to tell. I know people wrote in and tried to say something because you could. A serious African man is not going to talk to her. They're not. They're not going to talk to her because of her behavior, the way she carries herself. Now, in our culture, that's fine. You done had 3 shots. Some of the men here won't talk to you. They won't. They don't like women who drink like that. But, you know, in Gambia, of all places, and you drinking shots like that, and this dude is looking at you like, wow. But he just gonna go through the motions because the end game is
I would say so. Because like what I'm saying, like I always sometimes they pronouncing things in Africa how we pronounce
We say vegetable.
Like
you'll see she laughing at him. He don't like that.
Cucumber. What?
Cucumber.
Where's the Q in cucumber? Why you guys say cucumber?
Cucumber. And then, how you say vegetable?
Vegetables. But like you wanna slang everything like vegetables. What vegetables? Vegetables.
You gotta just like let it float in.
Vegetables.
All right, guys. Yo, if y'all drink, take a shot for me. It's
Look
my
at
birthday. I'm 32, and my babe is about to be 34. It's about to be 34 in 4 days. We're 4 days apart. So.
Yep.
All right, guys. See you later.
So, look. Another red flag. Wow. How many red flags was that, y'all? Like 6. Another red flag. He ain't going to be touching your boo-boo like this. He ain't going to be doing this to you in public. He got too much respect for you to be grabbing on you like that in public. He ain't going to do that to you in public. He ain't going to take no picture doing that. He probably do that to you at home, you know, but in public, on camera, he ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. He ain't doing that. This is wild.
Okay.
And look at this.
I'm here. I'm just recording.
Look at this.
If I say go, you open.
Okay.
Go.
Wow.
Happy
Birthday to you.
Now we listen to the birthday song.
Oh, this is beautiful. I love it. Oh, and this is
The whole thing just seems fake, y'all. This don't seem real to me. It seems real on her part. Like she's dating in America, but knowing this is a Mandinka man from the Gambia, this ain't good. You don't really care nothing. In my personal opinion, and from what I know about their culture, it's going to be difficult for him to be in love with a woman who drinks, who dresses like this, who has a body mouth,
I don't want to be him.
No. I'm sorry, Risha, whatever her name is. This is just not good, y'all. This is not how you want to behave. This is not what you want to do. Oh, this is so bad on so many levels. This is so bad. Let me get to this next one because we gotta. Wow, I'm just done. But look at this one. Look at this one. This is the one where they actually put the spell. They actually put the spell on her, and she knew what they was gonna do because she allowed them to do it. And ain't no tell this, and that was 2 years before they quit making videos. And you know what? It has to do with her having a baby. Because see, they don't go for that.
Canyoning, is something that they could stay anywhere, but they are mostly found in the villages.
Mm-hmm.
Canyonlands do have a very interesting lines that they can showcase, that they can show to people. Say for example, if a woman couldn't have a baby, they could do some form of incantation, or they could do some form of spiritual stuff, and they would do some acts that we know is a form of pleading to God. Hey, why not please make this woman have a baby, stuff like that. And they do stuff like that. They believe it works, and then eventually the child would end up, the woman would end up having a baby. So after the woman had the baby, there is a specific name that will be given to the child.
Okay.
Like the child would be named after a dustbin.
Okay.
Dustbin. A child would be named after toilet. Like just stupid silly.
See, you're gonna name a child that and then there's something else they said. I think that this don't sound right. So you're gonna go and pray to God and go to a spell, like do some juju and go through all of that, and you gonna name the child dustbin, and then you gonna name the child toilet. It sounds like you giving that child to somebody for waste to do whatever they want to with it.
The names that's what they were given to the child.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
so you have to go by whatever the Kanyaling.
Exactly. You cannot boycott that.
Oh.
You can't. But after having that child, you cannot boycott the agreement.
Okay.
They will come up with their names. They would just be giving you any form of name, like shoe, like split. This. They could name you after that. They could name you after shit. They could name you after fat. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
His
That's
language.
interesting.
Yep.
He's a very vulgar Gambian man. His language is very vulgar. Like he uses a lot of curse words. I don't know any African men who curse. African men don't curse. So the way he uses curse words is just, that's another thing. That should be a turnoff for you. That should be a red flag. This is not, he presents as if he's traditional, but he's not. Because if he was traditional, he wouldn't be with her, number one, unless he's using her in a marriage of convenience. And a marriage of convenience is when you in a certain situation and you need to get married to get a certain thing, then it's allowed, and it's called a marriage of convenience.
Okay, so you have to boycott it. You have to embrace that name.
Yeah, you have to embrace the name. Even up to date, I've seen people, one, they named the person after Sundukung, which means dustbin. Up to date, people call him dustbin.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are about to go outside, like we said, to show you the Kenya lines, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Okay, guys, once we are here in Basel.
You ain't gonna name your baby trash can or a toilet that you prayed to God for. That don't even sound right.
Like we said, we're here for the Kenya lines, so the Kenyans are right behind us, they have started, sewing or doing what they do before they started putting the incantation or the spiritual healing onto a woman that that needs a baby or that needs a child. So stay tuned, like as we tell you.
She has no kids now. She can't be fully dumb and don't know that they talking about her and they praying, they doing a spell on her. She cannot really know. She can't be that stupid. She's been with him. This video was 2 years ago. She's been with this man since 2018. She has had not one speck of a kid. So he taking her to the Clangalang. I know I ain't saying it right. Clangalang, whatever. He taking her there so they can do some kind of incantation, some juju on her so she can have a baby. But I want you to listen to the words that she's saying. They're saying, they said she's going to eat sand and it's going to taste like sugar to her. So he going to dog you and it's going to taste sweet to you. Yeah. Listen, wait, listen.
Come with us and we're going to show you, you know, what they do. Yeah, as you can see, they're right here.
I'll stay right here.
Yeah.
Okay. He put her in the middle of the circle. Now, when I was going to my training to go to Cameroon, when they pull you to the middle of the circle, it's about you. It's about you. That whole circle, when they standing like that, they doing some kind of incantation, incarnation, in something ritualistic. Look at the white powder on their face. Something ritualistic. And he done told you these is the Canalang people, Canalang, whatever. But she's willingly doing it.
Okay, they are saying, you know, tole. That basically narrates, because in the society, you know, they classify themselves as fools. That's what they are saying. Tole.
So they calling her tole. Fool. And you telling me that's good. You want me to believe I done been to Africa 13 times. I never had this happen. I never been with no African men. And I done been with different African men from different countries because I don't believe in dating the same country twice. Once you get one shot, you mess up, your whole country messed up. Okay? So I done been to different countries. I ain't never been to this. You walking around, but I told y'all, I grew up in the Christian crusade. And the charismatic people, y'all know anything about Christianity. You know the charismatic people are very spiritual. They believe in the power of the Holy Ghost. So we believe in this type of stuff. But we know they teach us to know what's real and what's of God and what is not of God. All right. Now you telling me you walking around with me in the middle of a circle and you calling me a fool? And that's normal. They praying the girl be a fool. They praying the girl stay a fool. They making her a fool for him.
You know, because they don't give a damn, they would do anything just to, you know, for their spiritual healings to come through.
Okay.
So as you can see, that's what they are doing right now.
Okay.
Now look. A baby, why is she crawling on the floor like a dog? I don't get that. And then
okay, they are beating them, saying, no, give back, you have to give back now. Give back, you have to give back now.
They're doing this to her. This spell is focused on her. But she don't even know it. Look how she looking at her. She know it though. She know what's going on. You can't tell me. Your spirit is telling you they coming towards you. They pointing towards you. This is about you. You the one ain't got no kids. I know he done said something to you about some kids.
Give back to twins. Give back to 2 or 3 people.
And Risha said right in front of this woman, let her do all of this in front of her. So this is what the young girl did. Look.
Okay, now what they are coming to do is, you know, they're
Wow. My mind is blown. But why do you gotta be crawling on the floor like a dog? That makes me think this is about no matter what happens, you're gonna be whatever I need you to be. No matter what I do, you're gonna crawl and be the dog. I don't care what's coming on around you, coming down on you, you still on the ground, crawling around me.
they're gonna put sugar onto that. Okay, they are putting sand on there, and that's what they call sugar. Now they are drinking it. They refer to it as tea.
So they put sugar and sand. You're gonna take sugar and you're gonna put it on sand and you're gonna drink it. So basically, honey, you're gonna take this sand and you're gonna drink it like it's sugar. So whatever come your way, you're gonna take it like it's sugar. Like it's just sweet tea. Look, and they don't put the whistle around her.
It's your
I
turn.
can just make up. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Look, see, the willing participant in this, y'all. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Your turn.
Now look, your turn. He's encouraging her to participate in this ritual. He's encouraging her to do this. Y'all, this ain't good. This is all bad. All bad. That's why he's gone.
My baby's dancing.
Because they don't.
Okay, okay, everybody. You're gonna put your hand in there, mama. Okay, they are putting sugar there. You're gonna drink it now. Yeah, they are doing the incantation. They are doing the incantation now.
You told her they're doing an incantation and you're gonna drink it, and she did it. And she did it. Keep watching.
You have to drink. You have to drink. You have to drink it. You have to drink it. Okay, drink it like her.
Drink it.
Drink it like she does. Okay, that's the canyel and stuff. Okay, they have to put this baby on top of you now. All right. Temptations now. She has to tie the baby on. Okay. In this one, they did the incantation for her to drink that water.
Okay.
You know, with they put salt on it. You know, the sand is the sugar, and they call the water tea for her to drink.
Okay.
So the sand
Guys, as you can see,
and the water is tea. So you're gonna think sand is sugar, and you're gonna think water is tea. So you're gonna basically be going through it, and you're gonna think it's sweet. You're gonna think it's sweet. That's why she in the comment section talking about, but we're still married. We're still married. Who cares? Who cares? But that's why. That's why. Wow. Don't ever
here
do
to
this,
visit
y'all.
these Kanyalang
Don't ever do this.
Korea. My wife, my mama here for the sugar and other stuff. So stay tuned as the process goes. Sans akumas no. Okay. They put in their sugar there.
He ain't telling us what they plan. Why he ain't telling us this prayer?
She has given birth to twins. So they're gonna do stuff on my mama here for her to be able to have a kid too.
See?
Yeah.
Look. See her with her pretty hands. Wow.
They're gonna
crazy.
tweet they will do twice for her to have twins.
Look.
Okay. Now they are eating.
This is unbelievable. You're eating out of my hands. You're going to eat out of his hand. You're going to believe everything he tells you. You're going to be a fool. A fool. And beating her. Give birth, because you haven't given birth in 3 years. Give birth. That's longer than 3 years. Wow.
Say alba for Juma Esat Sayo. Say okay, I'll you minka tola. Okay, then they're asking you what is your name?
Risha.
They did all of this and don't even know what the daggone girl's name is.
Akatom Resaldi. Saying Alkalbato Falina, okay? Now they are going to change your name from Resa to
Aissatou Sadio.
Now your name would be Aissatou Sadio. That's your new Kanyele name, Aissatou Sadio.
Aissatou Sadio.
Yeah, that's your new Kanyele name. Okay. Yeah, that's what's your new Kanyele name is.
Okay, does that mean Dustin?
Okay.
No. Saying I'm that. Coming ning for example, aya Kanyele ko ke mo na thing. Ning atada ding so do. What do you say? Alga fansun told la kunta fo.
Telefonan kan na tole la. Telefonan kan na takele ha.
Okay, what they are trying to explain is that if they do their Kenyan stuff on any woman, if that woman give birth to a child, the elders will do their ceremony stuff, and they would.
He didn't tell her, number one, he didn't tell her what the name meant. Okay, he didn't tell her that. Now listen to this part. That if you do have a baby, this is what she got to do. It's like Rumpelstiltskin. Listen to this. You owe me that baby. Listen to this.
Give the name to the child, but they will also do their stuff and give a name to the child. Say, alka ding me, alka to me di dingola. Alka to si fanya di dingola. Ha. Okay, but sometimes don't get dole ka dole to la sundukun na. Muna call no.
Ya fai. Boy ka fai.
Okay.
Ya tombo. Ni ba sambala. Ya ka waro ko. Ya le punto ni fta korda dami. Ya lo je ni minata aya taraje bro ya sika.
Okay, guys, what they are trying to explain is, for example, if Sadio happens to have a baby, what they will do is that they will put that baby into a big bucket, and they will carry that baby and dump her at a dumping site. Not throw her.
So if she look at her smile now. This is crazy. And she don't see no red flags. If she gives birth, like Rumpelstiltskin, she got to give them the baby, and they're going to take the baby and take it to a dumping site. They're going to put the baby in a bucket and take it to the dumping site. And y'all seen the dumping site in the Gambia, because Black Acres of the Gambia goes there. So they're going to take the baby to a dumping site in the Gambia.
But she will be in that bucket. And they would
bucket. They're gonna put the baby in the bucket at the dumping site.
They would place her at on that bucket on the dumping site. Then someone would come and pick her up. So whoever came first to get that baby or rescue the baby from there, that's the person they will name the baby after.
So they do that so they can pick a name for the baby. So that's why we're gonna take your baby that we prayed to God for, and that you could not have, you had such a hard time having. We're going to take that baby and we're going to put that baby at a dumping site in a bucket. And what if nobody comes to get the baby? What time of day are you putting the baby there? What if an animal comes get the baby? This is foolishness. She's just smiling, saying, okay. And then whoever comes and rescues the baby, that's who they're going to name the baby out of. I can't even believe this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Okay. Okay, now they're gonna put some food on Mama's face.
Now they're going to put food on her face. She don't say why they doing this. She don't say nothing. Wipe their hands and spit.
All this is part of their spiritual stuff.
Yeah,
by putting some food as a makeup.
I tell you what to do. This is crazy. And she thought it was funny.
Now they're gonna beat the drum to dance.
All fours. Wow. And she went willingly and participated in this ritual willingly. Willingly. Okay. Are you serious, Tasha? She said they do a lot of sacrifice of children for personal gain. Wow. I truly believe she has special needs, Miss Creek says. Something's wrong. Something has got to be wrong. Why would you do that? Thank you, African Repat. They are cursing the baby by name and placing her in a trash dump, cursing the child. They hate this woman. Thank you, African Repat. Thank you. Thank you, African Repat. Thank you. Because I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? That ain't God. That ain't God. That ain't God. That ain't God. That ain't Allah. That ain't Allah. That ain't Jehovah. That ain't no. That's the devil. That is the devil. And she just smiling, going along with it. Smiling, going along with it. I can't even believe it. I honestly didn't know what was going on with that ritual. Yes, you could. Let me tell y'all about symbolisms. Rituals are all about symbolism. What does it mean? What does it symbolize? Just think about it. If sugar is sand, then you telling me that the sand, I'm going to think the sand is sugar. And you telling me that the water is the tea, you praying that the water is tea. I think the water is tea. So that means I'm going to think that the tea is water. You calling me a fool, chatting that around me because you think I'm a fool. Y'all, this is bad. This is really bad. Who was that just walked in here? Well, it must be somebody we know because Kiyomi ain't barking. These ladies are called clowns in the Mandinka tradition. Oh, hey, how you been? Most of them are the only children of the parents lucky to be born through some spiritual help. Then they dedicate their lives to entertaining. Entertaining? That wasn't entertainment. Who was that? Oh, okay. That was not no entertainment. That was horrible. Okay, she said she didn't know what was going on. Okay, he said these ladies are clowns. Okay. Courtney says, hey, Courtney, she says they might be involved in child trafficking because that was crazy. Put the child by the dumpster. What? There's no telling what kind of voodoo they did on her. You right, Courtney. It ain't no telling, honey, because they did some. They did a whole lot. They did a whole lot. She was eating. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I was trying to say spit, but it came out wrong. That woman licking her hand, smearing it all over her face. I'm taking my spit and I'm smearing it all over your face. What, y'all think that's something good? That ain't nothing good. Nothing she did was good. Cursing her too if she doesn't financially uplift the village until Sterling. Yes. Yes, exactly. That's all this was. I can't even believe it. Yeah, I can't even believe it. They do it. Okay. So look, this last one, now that was 2 years ago. All right. So she had been there for like 6 years, since like 2018. So she met him in 2008. No, they got married in 2018. I think that's what she said. She kept going back and forth, 2018 or 2019. But nonetheless, they've been married for quite some time. They've been together for quite some time. She's been sitting in Gambia waiting for this visa for quite some time. So 2 years ago, they do this spell, this ritual on her. Okay. So I wonder what happened to make them do the spell, cursing the child. Yes, that's what they were doing. They were cursing that baby. Talk about being born yesterday, Tammy says. Yeah, they spit in her face. They spit in her face and wiped it on her face. That woman licked her hand with her spit and wiped it on her face. And she just sat there and smiled and let them do it. This ish, he is telling her sounds like some foolish they made up for her. They did, Auntie. They made that up just for her. You know that ain't real. That don't even sound real. Who's going to put their precious baby at a trash dump? This is unreal, unreal. I'm serious. This chick is insane. Yes. Yes. Now, we're going to look and see. Yeah, poor baby. Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy. Run, Forrest, run. Yeah, Forrest should have ran. Forrest should have ran a long time ago. But no, Forrest sat there and went through the whole ritual. I bet she has to pay them off for life. Honey, you see he's gone. Well, allegedly he's gone. He's not with her anymore. Allegedly he's gone. Okay, allegedly he is gone. He obviously set her up and paid for it. He did. He set her up. He set her up, but he set her up so she would be a fool for him for the rest of her life. That's what he set her up for. He set her up so she would be a fool that no matter what he did, no matter what happens, she's going to be his fool. Okay? And the baby was going to be the sacrifice. But there's no baby. So I don't know what they're going to do because there's no baby. So he owes them. He owes the Kalinga-Linga, whatever they call. Yeah, why were they laughing? Because they was laughing at her. No, she never got pregnant. No, she never got pregnant. No, she never got pregnant. God closed her womb to protect her. Yep. And she's out here trying to undermine his protection. Yep, she don't understand that. She don't understand that. Because if she would have had a baby, she would have done exactly what they said, took her baby to the dang on trash dump. And then they would have said, oh, some ate it. An animal got to it. What is really happening right now? Honey, Tanya, that's what we want to know. What is really happening? Honey, that's what we've been trying to figure out. Because this was a hot mess. A hot mess. This was a hot mess. She really needs an intervention. weirdo that she is. Yes, Miss Briggs, she does. Eating and drinking her demise. Yeah. Eating and that's how they get you. You eat it. You take it into you. You take it. She see her, and she didn't like she wasn't trying to drink it all. But that woman put a whole handful inside her mouth. And then she started acting like she was just drinking it. But I don't think she was really drinking it like that. But that woman made sure she put it in her mouth. Wow. She is drinking that? Yeah, she drank that. She isn't worried about her health? No. African goddess? No. No. Dear God, no. Dear God, she wasn't. Drink it. Yeah, drink it. Yeah. Yeah. He did not need a spell to make her like a dog. She eats rats and live in a mud house, and she uses the bathroom outside. So he didn't. He needed a spell because he was greedy. He was greedy. He wanted to make sure she would be his food for life because he knew he was going to make his move when he got to the United States. He knew that. But he wanted to make sure she would be his food for the rest of her life. And that's what this spell did. Because she was gang home for it. She was, and you see the comment. You see the comment she making. She talking about we are still married. Wait a minute, let me see what Mike said. Mike says, how was she supporting him financially for that long? I don't know. They said she worked online, but I mean, even remote jobs, I mean, don't you got to go in sometime and check? I don't know. I don't even know how she was working online because she was living with him out at that place, and they didn't have no electricity out there. I think she went to the Airbnb sometime, but no, she was living with him out. So I don't know. I don't know how she supported him. I don't know how she supported him or herself financially. Even if she worked online, at some point you got to go home. You know what I mean? You got to go back and forth. You got to go back and forth. You can't just be gone for 5, 6 years, 8 years working online. But I don't know. I don't know. These people lie so much. Who knows? She could have got COVID, PPP. What's that PPP loan money? We don't know. Who knows? You know, they was all getting them PPP loans. They mostly do the entertainment and have to be clowns to stay alive, which is an agreement they parents have with them, with the spirits to born. They assist the barren women in society in having babies. Yeah, she's got a okay, that's what he said they do. But I wonder if he told her he was going there to put a spell on her. When the barren women have babies, though, through their health, the babies, see, I knew it. I knew it, Mike. I knew it. Listen to what he said. The babies belong to them. And their mom will be the clown and pay the debt. This dude is evil. This dude is evil. This dude is evil. That's why they was calling her fool, fool, fool. Had her crawled around like a dog, because that's what you're going to be. They will name the baby with their chosen clown name. Oh, my God. That's why he said they give the baby weird names, like toilet, like, a trash can. They just do that. Why didn't he explain it like Mike just explained it to us? So he wants something. He wants something for them. So he really wants them. So he getting something for that baby. You know what I mean? He getting something. Because the baby don't even belong to them. To him. To the woman. The baby will belong to them. Wow. And she was a willing participant. That's how they got her. Because she was a willing participant. Yeah, Mike, that was really, really interesting. Wow, witchcraft is, it was big in Gambia. Remember I did a video about this lady who traveled from Zimbabwe to Gambia because Gambia got the best witchcraft? Honey, yes. SSI check, y'all silly. SSI check, she can't stay that long on the SSI check. But on a disability check, she can. Yeah, on a disability check, she can. And she could go to school online. She could go to school online and get loan money. You know what I mean? But she never did say she graduated. So I don't know how this chick got money to support herself and support him. Do they have high-speed connections? How she work? That's what I want to know. No, honey. Only reason I had a high-speed connection is because I had T-Mobile. But no, this high-speed connection ain't like our high-speed connection. The women are a secret society of barren women in society. In the Mandinka culture, most African beings barren women are a big deal. They really are. You can be cast out of society and even accused of being a witch. I knew that. That was what I was going to say. They're going to look negative on her because she ain't had no kids. And she ain't had no, like, I've had some kids, okay? So they know she can have some kids. She just can't have none now, but she can have some kids. Okay, something wrong. Maybe she don't want none or she ain't having none, but she can have some kids. They feel like if you can't produce no baby, you are evil, you are a witch, and we can do whatever we want to you. So that's why he taking her to these witches. Yeah, he pretty much sacrificing her, and he knows she can't have no kid though. But they just trying to say, if this were, you owe us this baby. And you know, when I was in Cameroon, it was a woman like that, yeah. And he right, it was over 3 hours. I'm about to hurry up. Over 3 hours. Oh God, she couldn't have babies, right? They treated her like a dog. She was a judge, and her husband treated her like a dog. He said, she told me, the woman came and told me that in this society, if you cannot have kids, you are not respected and you're looked down upon. And that's the same thing. She's not respected and she looks down upon because she has not had a baby. She has no kids. She was probably going to resorts to work. No, there are online jobs you can do that for that long. Oh, there's no online jobs that you can work for like 8 years. No, I didn't think so, honey. He is lower. Yeah, honey, he lower. He evil. He knew exactly what he was doing to her, but he didn't tell her. Hey, baby. I am live. You look cute.
You are?
Yeah. You don't want them to see you? No.
Hi, y'all.
They can't see you. Like, give me a hug. I love you. You look cute.
Thank you.
Where y'all going?
We're going bowling and then we're going back to my house.
Okay. Have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, tell her to cash out you that money for your birthday before she go. That's what you wearing? You don't have no jacket or nothing on? Oh. Your stomach gonna be hanging like that?
It's not even out like that. Where's the phone?
Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I like that shirt though. That's cute.
It's the Ed Hardy shirt.
Oh no.
My mom and dad went to Cincinnati. I got this.
Oh, that's cute. My internet connection was working because I have Verizon. That's how mine was. It was working. It was high speed because I had T-Mobile. Yeah, this is just sad, y'all, all the way around. It was. I cannot believe what I just saw, and what Mike just said. He might be the reason she has not gotten pregnant, but excuse me. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Okay. I think I don't think she can have kids. I don't think she can have kids. I just don't. Yeah, I don't think she can have kids. because she would have had him by now. You know what I mean? She been with this dude for 8 years, almost 10 years. If you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have them. And then another thing, when you can't have kids, honey, the family will look at you like you ain't nothing. You girl, you really ain't nothing to them. You can't have no baby. What is your purpose? Why is you even talking? Why is you even here? Okay, then you can just give up the money because you don't have no more purpose because you can't have no kids. The woman who can't have a baby are normally accused of being a witch. Yep. Who sometimes cast out of. Yep, he's right. They will cast them out of society. Yeah, because they can't have kids. Yeah, and he's absolutely right. So they will normally seek comfort. Oh, in these secret societies, women groups to help them get a baby. Wow. So do they steal babies, Mike? Like, you know how the baby, you got to sit the baby in a bucket by a trash dumpster. Will they take that baby and give it to somebody else? Will they do that? Because this is unbelievable. And that he would expose her to that. He don't care nothing about her, y'all. This is dangerous. You got to be careful. Now, this is the last video why Mike answered that question. This is the last time we see them. This is the last time, y'all. There's 2 more videos, but I ain't showing them because we've been on here too long. And this is the last one I want to show y'all. This is unbelievable. Oh, hold on. This is them. This is so sad that your own husband will set you up for the setup. Took her to the witch doctors. Yeah, because when you can't have kids, he right. It's a big deal. They don't play about that not having no kid. And he done took it basically to sacrifice you and the baby. Oh, because you don't mean nothing to me. You just about what I can give from you. Hold on, y'all. You just about what I can give from you. That's all you are. Last time. That explains why he let her dress the way she dressed. Because he never cared. He doesn't care. He let her drink the way she drank. If he cared about her, he would not be going for that. Now look at this outfit. Look at this outfit. Everything hanging out. She always dressed like this, even in Gambia. Now, sometime in the spring of 2023, they arrived, and this is what, 25? It's been 2 years. We ain't heard from them since this video.
And today we are celebrating my baby's birthday. Yay! Stay tuned.
You in my was the video I ever seen. This girl drinks a lot. A lot. African men don't like women who drink a lot. They don't like women who drink at all.
How you feeling, man?
I feel good. The sun is beaming. I got my black girl magic. What about it? We got the black girl magic going on.
She got the black girl magic. I ain't got no black girl magic.
He letting you know she the one drinking. I'm not drinking. You see how now he's in America. He's separating himself from her. She got the black girl magic. I don't got that.
You got black boy magic.
Yeah, we're here. We're here with our
yeah, and then he got up and moved.
Hey.
So, Mom, how you feeling?
Oh, it feels good. Woo!
You loving it out here?
Oh, yeah. I would love to see y'all this boat, and I can't tell you what I'm going to be doing.
Mr.
Ross, how you feeling?
I would love to be on this boat. And I would love to tell you what I would love to be doing. Did you see his face after she said that? I couldn't believe she said that. This is wild to him. This is all, he trying to act like he enjoying himself, but he thinking this is why these people are wild. This whole thing is wild.
You loving out here?
Good. Good. All right, my people. Those are my in-laws out here.
Oh yeah, how they live. That's free now. Should have. That's bad.
Yeah, my people. Y'all see out here? That's a rich people life. They have helicopters over here.
That is the last time we see them.
The full people, the technical.
And I mean, if you want to live around here, then you gotta get some money, man. You gotta build some dollars,
Now
man.
listen to how he talking. How he trying to have that black, how he think the Black American sound. Listen to his whole. He's like a chameleon. He adapts to whatever his surrounding is, and he's gonna make you think it's one way, but it's really something else. Look how his whole vernacular has changed.
Facts on facts on facts.
Have all that money and be retired.
About sunsets out here, like
The tuna sub.
I don't know that, boy.
Yeah, it's a tuna sub with cucumbers and tomatoes.
Yeah, that's all that what we cook. Like that.
I'm gonna start to slow it down and get more organized nowadays.
How is it, baby?
You
like it?
Go, baby! We're having fun out here, guys. Let's go. Oh no, I don't fall, guys. I don't want to fall. Oh yeah, let's go. Hey, Mr. Ole! Fall down.
This was crazy to me. This video was wild. I'm like, what is going on here?
Hey, y'all want to race with us? Y'all want to race?
Do y'all want to race with us?
You ready for race?
Does he know that's
Let's
a
go!
race?
Let's go!
And I don't even know no African man who loud like this.
Let's go, baby!
Wow.
Get balance it better.
So he just telling them about the boat now.
For Jordan's house.
And they passed. And then honey, look at this part. After the boat, she took him to get a pedicure. She took him to go to the pedicure at the nails at the spa.
Okay, so my babe just got his first pedicure, babe. So what you think of it?
I think it's good.
As you can see, they are now in the US of A.
I use neem leaf to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I will boil the neem leaf and then put my feet on it and then just do whatever way. But here it's different.
So you boil neem leaf. I mean, that is a natural way to do
So you
it.
see
It's
that
just they
in
have
the
more
US.
tools. But he was getting on my
Now
nerves. Like,
she's
I
taking him to
really
go
want
get a
my back.
massage.
Minutes. 5 minutes.
That's what I was saying. I don't know. You gonna figure out.
They're waiting to go get their massage.
Because back,
They got their
training him
massage.
for like the past few weeks. So I was like, this would be the perfect thing. And he got hot stones. So tell us about that, babe.
I said the whole stone was, so if you would ask me if I would come again, I would come.
Again, this was the last time we seen them on any social media together. I'm not really sure. I don't have other social media platforms. I don't do social media like that. But this is the last time we've seen them together on YouTube. And as you can see from the comment, the lady, people clearly think they are no longer together. She won't answer. She just says they're married. They're still married. Being married does not mean you're together, okay? But we clearly see from the videos that we watch, ladies, this is not the type of relationship that you want to be in, okay? This young lady was completely unequally yoked with this man, spiritually, mentally, financially, and everything. This man just basically sacrificed her and any unborn baby that she had. Sacrificed her, maybe to get his visa to go through. I don't know. But we saw the ritual. We saw the whole spell that was put on her and her baby. Whenever she have a baby, she's supposed to take that baby so they can go put it next to a trash dump. Yes. I just can't even believe it. So where are they now? The Mandinka family? We don't know. We don't know. But according to these YouTube streets, they are not together. They are not together. But according to her, and I believe her statement was what, a year ago? She said they're still married. But who would want to be still married? Who cares? But obviously she wants to still be married because of what was the ritual, y'all? What was the ritual? Fool, 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 fool. You're going to think sand is sugar, and you're going to think water is tea. So basically, we're going to dog you and do whatever we want to do, and you're going to love it. And then you're going to bring us a baby. Bring us a baby. Where your baby at? Where your baby at? Beating you upside the head. Yeah, you better be careful, or like Tupac said, you're gonna be a victim. And this young lady is clearly a victim. This man just, in my humble opinion, after watching all these videos and what I know about West Africa and just at different ethnic groups over there, she was doing too much that was against his culture. And he was just acting like he was loving it. He didn't love that. They don't love no woman who sit up and drink shot. I done drank 3 shots. What? I done drank 3 shots. In the other video, I didn't have time to show y'all. She talking about I'm drinking a margarita. He drinking a virgin margarita. She drink all the time. She drinks a lot. But she's young. She probably wants to drink a lot. But not when you're married to an African man. That ain't good. That's not socially acceptable. The boy's family, Mike says, might have forced him to reach out to the women secret society to help her get a baby. The clown ladies will make her go through the ritual to assist her in getting the baby. They probably did. They probably did because it had been so long. Yeah, that she ain't had no kids. So they probably did. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't. If they did make him do it. Tell us why the next one will be afraid. What y'all talking about? The next man would be afraid to put a baby in her. Yeah, he will. Because of the spell. Because of that ritual. When does it end? When does the spell end? You know, like you willingly participated and engaged in this. So that spirit, if she could have spirit, kids, that spirit is waiting for you to pay that debt. So when are you going to pay that debt? That's the thing. And another man don't want to take that chance. He like, you willingly went through this ritual to have this baby and no, I ain't messing with you. How do I know the debt? How do I know the spirit, the spell ain't wore off? You don't know. You don't know. So that's why they're going to be afraid of it. The African man invested. I like African men invested in their culture. Yeah, those are the best ones. After the ritual, the ladies become part of the group. So she's a part of that group. Yeah, she's a part of that group now, whether she know it or not. There's no putting a baby in the tribe has been to rupture cervixes. What? There's no putting baby in this tribe. This tribe has been I don't know. All right, y'all. I know I missed a lot of y'all comments tonight. I'm sorry. But that's it for the Mandinka family. That was just what happens in the Mandinka family, the ritual. He put a ritual on her. He took her to the witch lady doctors. The witch lady doctors did a ritual on her. We don't know what happened to him. That was 2 years ago. He done got to the United States. We ain't seen him since then. Word on the street is he gone. Does the ritual that she still owe the witch doctors her baby? Yeah, she does. Yeah, she willingly went into an agreement with them. Yeah, everything, she probably just catching it. Like on both ends. Like he's not going, he can do whatever he wants to do, and she's going to tolerate it. She's going to tolerate it. Fool, fool, fool. That's what that's about. Fool, fool, fool. All right? So the fool, that's what this is about. She's the fool. She's going to tolerate whatever this man say. All right? She's going to do whatever this man say do. And that's the real. So he can do whatever he want to do. She's the fool. What did we say? She's the fool. Sand is going to be sugar, and water is going to be tea. Yeah, she's the fool. Yeah, talk about being born yesterday. So that's what happened to her. She went to Gambia, and she let herself be played like a fool. So he ditched her. That's what people are saying. Spearman, they saying he ditched her. There's no putting baby in. Okay. Yeah. Well, so that's the end of this episode. And I'm sure she owes obligations to the group. I'm sure she does. Wow. All right, y'all. It's time for us to get back on T3 and me. They next. We going back to them. We're going back to T3 and me. I need to give y'all an update on them. I need to talk about their alleged scamming and what's going on with them. I need to tell y'all update y'all on the lawsuits. I need to update y'all on Mr. LC. We need to get back to Mr. LC because remember we was talking about Mr. LC when I left. So next week, this week coming up will be T3 and me. I'll do a little bit about Mark on there too, because them two are kind of together. So that's about it. What day are we gonna do this on, y'all? No, I don't know. It's just whenever. Look for the thumbnail, and also please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to get the channel up to, I want 6,000 subscribers, y'all. I know we can do 6,000 very easy. We're only 2,000 away. That's nothing. So just please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you watch the videos and make sure you join. All right, let me see who won. Let's see who won the number. We're going to talk about who won tonight for the membership. Who won the dress? Hold on. Stop sharing. Let me pull up who won the dress, so I can get this sent out to you this week. I think the number was 5. So hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up and see who's number 5. I hope they on here, whoever number 5 is. Let me see. All right. Closest to number 5 is, let me show y'all. It's Chosen Judah. Is that what that says? Hold on, y'all. So Chosen, I think you won. Let me put it up here so y'all can see. So we chose a number. We chose the number 5, right? Somebody did say 7. So I look over here. This is how I go with the numbers. And I look and see what number. Oh, I should have chose between. Oh, so we're going to choose next week. It's going to have to go up. All right, because but you know what? I think I'm going to choose 2 people tonight. I think I want to choose Chosen because her number was picked. And then I want to choose African Goddess also because African Goddess looked like she was the first one to join. So I want to give her something for that. All right, y'all. So she joined 27 days ago. She was one of the first ones. So Chosen, let me get these stressed out. You tell me which one you want. And then you got to email me. Okay? Let me stop sharing. You got to tell me which one you want. All right, here is this one. Remember this one? And African Goddess, you tell me which one you want. All right? And then we have this one. I got to look for some more. And then we have this one. And this one is really pretty. You can't see how pretty this one is. But this one is like a grand boo-boo. What they call them, grand boo-boos. And you tie it. All right? So that one's pretty too. So African Goddess and Chosen, please write me so I can send you out your prize. All right. That's just the way I thank you for joining the membership. Thank you for joining our membership. And membership has its privileges. All right. So please, Chosen Judah and African Goddess, write me. Give me your addresses so I can send y'all stuff. When the barren woman has babies through her health, the baby belongs to them, and their mom will be a clown and pay the debt. They will name the baby their chosen clown names. And that's what he's done to her. So that's what happened to the Mandinka family. He put a curse on them. He put a curse on them. Basically, the Secret Lady Clown Group have good intentions to help ladies who can't have babies. They give them comfort, and then everyone turn their backs on when everybody turns their backs on them. However, they have conditions. Yes. So he's saying, it is kind of a good thing because everybody turns their back on them in the community because they can't have kids, which is true, and they call them witches. So he said this community really gives them a chance. So they probably were saying all kind of stuff about that girl. Yeah, they was probably saying all kind of stuff. So he was really just going to use her for what he could get her for and be gone because they probably thought she was a bad omen. So he's saying that this is the conditions to be a part of it, and this is what you got to pay. So there you have it. That's what happens in the Mandinka family. That's why you shouldn't be playing around with them spirits over there. Poor thing. Poor thing. Okay, so Miss King said the work on her can be removed. Who? It probably can by God, but my grandmother always told me that once they get a hold of you like that and you invite them in, it's really hard for you to get them out. It's really hard because it'd be a lot of them. It don't just be one, it'd be legions, like the Bible says. It's legions. And she invited them in to come play with her. But all right, we're done. We're done. So remember, we're going to get back to T3 and me and Chosen Judah and African Goddess. Please write me for your prizes. Please don't forget to join the channel. All right, so we can plan our first meeting. All right. All right. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later.